like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one, man, forget my peace. You take the west side, take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him shots in the noise. Move too quick, can't stop.
Unstable connection. Shit. We're plugged in.
It'll work itself out. We got some leeway with these videos. Anyways.
Yeah, we can play a commercial sooner and then go check maybe.
Yeah, well, that's happened to me before.
Oh, has it? Oh, okay. It's never happened on this computer. That's why I'm worried, but it should be fine.
Yeah, we've done everything we can do.
All right.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another live stream and watch along here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Montreal Canadiens and the Vancouver Canucks. What's up, Dylan? How's it going?
Battle of the Titans today.
Oh my
wow,
God,
the Canadiens and Canucks. Well, what a game we picked to do a watch along on, but I'm stoked for the game nonetheless.
I'm stoked for this fire chat when the Canucks fans start rolling in and then the Montreal Canadiens fans start rolling in. And I don't know, Dylan, coming from a Vancouver Canucks perspective, I'm not really confident in this team, despite who they play. It doesn't matter if they even play like one of the bottom barrels like the Montreal Canadiens.
No, it really doesn't matter because, like you said, the Canucks are a bottom barrel team right now. Yep. It's a basement brawl tonight. And by the way, folks, the comments are already buzzing.
Love it, love it. Well, let's go to them right away then.
Let's get some the City Life Project saying let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I wonder who that is. Vinicius, I think is how you say the name.
What's up?
Saying go.
Welcome to the stream. Subscribe and like if you like what you see here. Watch alongs every day on the Hockey Podcast.
Every day. Espawn coming back, a regular, saying this game is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I mean it could be really wacky because both of these teams are, I'd say the Montreal Canadiens are playing with a little bit more fire given everything that's just happened with the organization. But the Vancouver Canucks, again, no confidence there. They could surprise us. Who knows? They
could. Vinicius saying will be streamed here. We will be doing live reactions and a watch along of the game.
We'll have live statistics up and everything.
Might as well hang along here. Kate Barry saying what's up?
What's up, Kate? Thank you for joining.
She says cheering for Cole on Wisconsin.
Well, Cole Caulfield, as we all know, ripped it up that one season for the Wisconsin Badgers. Kate is a Wisconsin Badgers fan, so not surprised Kate is rooting for her boy Cole Caulfield.
Danelle, my boy, saying
what's up, Danelle?
What's up, guys? How's your Monday going so far? Not too bad. And now we're sitting watching we're about to watch some hockey. So it's even better. It's even better now that you're here in the stream.
Oh, hell yeah. Thanks for joining, Danelle.
Absolutely. Danelle, again, two teams that are not good right now. Absolutely.
Bottom feeders going at it right now, playing for a little pride. Exactly that. Yes.
Kate saying my boys play at 8. There we go. I like it.
I mean, it's funny how, and I saw our friends on the Hockey Podcast Network, they released a poll question. Yo, Front Row Productions, what's up, buddy? They released a poll question asking like, what's the game that you're excited to watch today? And I saw the list of NHL games, and it ain't great.
It's not great.
It ain't great.
Not great. Go Canucks from Brazil.
Hey, Brazil, what's up, man? Thanks for joining.
Liking that.
Love it.
Danelle, two teams that are in a free fall. That's putting it lightly, Danelle.
Yeah, but at least Montreal has made some changes.
True. Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens have made some big changes.
The Vancouver Canucks, not so much, and I don't know what they're waiting for. At all here. Again, for those just joining us, it's an interactive live stream. It's a comment-driven live stream, so keep the comments coming. You all are driving the bus. We're excited to sit back, relax here, and watch this game with you. Again, during the game, we will have live statistics. We'll have live reactions. But again, we want We want to read your guys' reactions. We want to highlight your comments, your thoughts on the game, or just anything NHL wide as we sit back and hang out with you for the next 3 hours.
I got a bit of a cough right now, so I'm going to do my best on the cough button here. So my apologies in advance, folks. Danelle saying, thanks that you guys like me. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
We love it when you jump
support
on.
us so much. So thank you very much. And speaking of those who support us, you can see the flag behind me. You can see the little graphic under me. Check out our friends at DraftKings. Again, they support the Hockey Podcast Network. So go and support them. Use promo code THPN upon sign up for a wicked bonus. Whether you're a fan of the NFL, the NBA, or hockey, they have promotions where you just drop $5 and you have a chance to win up to $150 to $200 in free bets. Touching indeed.
Love it. Yeah, no, awesome deals on DraftKings. And, for someone like me that wasn't really into sports gambling and all that before DraftKings came up and these great offers came up, I didn't dive into it too much, but these offers from DraftKings, too enticing, got me into it, and now I'm loving it.
No, they're unbelievable. So again, comment-driven live stream, keep them coming. Thanks to everyone just tuning in. And I should say now, Dylan and I are on the live stream, which means we have a giveaway. We have a contest throughout this entire stream. All you have to do to enter, and those regulars, they know the drill. For any of you who just tuned in, again, welcome. Excited to sit back and watch this game with you, but get in on our contest. Even if you're just dropping in to say hello, you might as well enter the contest. Come check in on us later when we announce the winner. But basically what we're doing right now is you get your prediction in for this game in the live YouTube chat. That's right. Predict the score outcome and the winner of the game. Get that in. I will take note. Contest entries end 5 minutes into the third period. So get those contest entries in before then. Hell, you can be strategic. You can wait it out a bit. And right in our post-game show, before we hang up the skates here, we will announce a winner. If we have multiple correct predictions, then we will draw from the Hockey Night in Canada hat.
Oh, man, that's always exciting.
And what you have a chance to win, some THPN merch, baby. Let's go.
There we go.
A t-shirt in particular.
A t-shirt, folks. Danelle coming in saying, hey, do you guys think the Canucks will fire Travis Green, and when will that happen? Well, I thought it would have happened yesterday, to be quite honest with you.
Or last week.
That's what I mean. So right now, I think a lot of Vancouver Canucks fans are wondering the same thing. When is something going to change in this organization? When is one of Benning or Travis Green going to get fired, or is there a big trade coming?
Yeah, and Dylan, we were talking before going live here, and you said at this point, it's not even on Travis Green. At this point, as much as you want to yell at Jim Benning, and hell, we will, and we have, it's ownership right now because management needs to be replaced. The coach needs to be replaced. The whole culture needs to shift, and that starts with ownership.
It does. It really does. And Isha, we've talked about it before off air that we really believe that until the Vancouver Canucks get in a financial position where they're not making as much money, they're not going to change. If they're still making money right now, the Aquilinis are looking at it thinking, why make a change?
Yeah, we don't care what the fan thinks. We're billionaires.
No, exactly. I think the smoke is more coming from, the media and the fans. And I don't know if ownership really recognizes that it's there.
We were just looking at Matt Sakaris' call out to Ian McIntyre. I mean, even the media is fighting right now.
Absolutely.
By the way, I love there's some comments on there saying Matt should lose his job. It's like, guys, his name's on the door. It's Sakaris and Price here.
Can't get fired from your own job. Well, I guess you could. But anyways, Jack Friedman joining in saying hello.
Hey, Jack, you know the drill. Get your prediction in. Neil actually got his prediction in. He thinks the Canucks are going to win.
Oh, yeah. The MVP show. Nucks get the W. 5-4 tonight in OT.
Who's scoring all these goals, Neil? That's what I want to know.
I want to know. And I don't know. OT, I'll take it. I'll take an overtime, I guess.
I mean, always exciting.
Yeah.
The Canucks maybe can get a point. But that's the thing. Like, does it matter from a Canucks perspective right now? We know on the Montreal side, it's done. Their season's over. They're not tanking, but they're going to rebuild, and they have to.
Well, I mean, you could say the same for the Canucks. I mean, their season is virtually over.
Well, that's what I'm getting at here. Montreal, it's more evident because you've even just going into the season, you look at the roster and like, okay,
they were depleted before coming in.
This is far from the Stanley Cup Finals team that we just saw. But the Canucks, it was like we thought they were going to take a step forward, and now have they dug themselves too much of a hole?
I think they might have. I really do. So I think they might have. Jack getting his prediction in.
I don't give a fuck. 3-2 Canucks win.
I will say, I watched the Bruins game. Was it last night? I think it was last night.
Yeah, it was last night.
I thought the Canucks were all right. Like, I feel like watching the last couple games that, the Canucks are losing, but I feel like these are the types of games that we talked about it before where things start to turn around. You're doing all the right things. Maybe the bounces aren't going your way. It just takes one game for the bounces to go your way.
Keep the comments coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's a comment-driven live stream. Absolutely love it. Get your predictions in for chance to win a THPN custom T-shirt.
Shane jumping in saying, "Hey
What's
guys,
up, Shane?"
The MVP show saying Besser with a Hattie. The Lion of Tribe of Judah saying Canucks will lose tonight. Mark my words. Well, give us your score prediction.
Yep.
Get in on this giveaway, the THPN merch giveaway. Predict the score of the game. You say Canucks will lose. Well, what's the score? Is it going to be 5-2 Canadians? 7-1 Canadians? Who knows?
I'm taking note. I'm taking note.
Danelle is saying, how does this Canadians team made the finals last year? They made it far in a bad Canadian division. Don't you guys think so?
Oh, yeah.
You know, they just got hot. They went on a run. They were playing really well. Can't take anything away from the team. I mean, they were just buzzing. Everything was going their way. And coming into this season now, lots of guys that were on that Stanley Cup run team, they're not here this year. You know, there's a lot of guys. Carey Price, you know, is out. Shea Weber.
There's players. Well, Deneau's gone.
Edmondson, you know, Deneau's gone.
Right. And there's players who just aren't playing up to how they performed in the playoffs or last season. I mean, look, Jeff Petrie. Where's he this season?
Yeah.
Honestly. And he's come out to the media and actually said, like, you know, I've recognized that my play's fallen off this year.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Toffoli, he's got 15 points, but like,
not as last year, Tyler Toffoli.
No.
Last year, Tyler Toffoli was something else.
And Cole Caulfield, he had a great playoff run, but he's not doing much in the regular season this year. The one thing I will give the Montreal credit for is their playoff run, like Dylan said there. The regular season, though, Danelle, I have to agree. Like, they did get lucky to be in a poutine division.
Yeah, there you go.
And Calgary sucked, which helped them a lot.
Cole wins it with the overtime goal, 5-4. So going for the Habs. Danelle commented this earlier on saying, did you hear they might postpone the Hurricanes versus Stars game? Someone in the Canes is in COVID protocol. I mean, there's been a few of those games.
Well, the Islanders have been decimated.
Yeah, they've been decimated. So Danelle, doesn't surprise me that that's coming up. Unfortunate. Never want to see any games being lost.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone just joining the live stream. We really appreciate it. We have a giveaway, so get your predictions for this game in. Tell us the score and who you think is going to win for a chance to win a THPN custom merch T-shirt. We also have a poll question going on, Dylan.
That we do. And I posted it on my Twitter this time. All right. So I was giving Isha a hard time for that last live stream. So
I'll throw the link in the chat here as you break it down.
All right. So I'm going to bring it up. And this is a pretty straightforward poll. Who should have been fired first?
A great poll, by the way.
Jim Benning or Mr. Bergevin? Marc Bergevin. The results early on, you know, we got a few votes in here.
No, we do. I like it.
We got a few votes in here. So who should have been fired first? The results early on, Benning at 74.2% and Bergevin at 25.8%. So the fans have spoken. They thought that Jim Benning should have been let go before Marc Bergevin.
What do you think, Dylan?
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with the fans. I feel like the leash has been too long for Jim Benning. Marc Bergevin has a Stanley Cup Finals appearance. Jim Benning doesn't have much.
Yeah.
Marc Bergevin has legitimate excuses this season. Like we said, lots of players not being on the roster. So it's, you can see why the Canadians are playing bad. You look at the Vancouver Canucks and everybody expected a lot more. So that's why I'm going to go with Jim Benning.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with everything you said there. I think it should have been Jim Benning when he signed Pearson to that 3x3.
There we go. Jack Freeman saying thoughts on Rat suspension.
What was it, Marchand?
Was there a suspension handed out?
Yeah, 3 days.
I've been out of the loop today.
Or a 3-game, or was it? I just know that he's coming back for the Canucks game against the Bruins. Maybe it's just a 1-game suspension. I don't know. Jack, tell us what it was. I forgot. I do know he was suspended, and some of my friends on Wild Twitter were busting my balls saying, of course, George Parros would allow Marchand to come back for the game against the Vancouver Canucks. My response was, in fairness to George Parros, the Canucks they pose no threat physically or to any health of the Boston Bruins. Hell, they don't even have anybody who can fight. So does it really matter?
Yeah, Jack saying he got 3.
There you go.
Jacob saying go Van.
What's up, Jacob?
Give us your score prediction. Get in on the contest.
Last time, Jacob's a Vegas fan, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, regular. Yeah,
last time he came into a Wild stream, predicted the Wild were going to win 400-0.
Oh. It was pretty close. Danelle saying, hey, man, I know you wear that Reebok Canucks jersey. Upgrade and get a new Adidas away Canucks jersey. Well, Danelle, here's how you can help me. Sign up for DraftKings. Use promo code THPN when you sign up, and that'll help me get a new jersey.
There you go. There you go.
It'll
You heard the man.
It'll trickle down to me getting a new jersey. And by the way, I got this for a crisp $5 bill.
Facebook Marketplace.
It was wrapped up in an old dirty shopping bag, wrapped on the front porch.
That Office episode with Creed with the Secret Santa, where the guy literally went into his closet, threw in a plastic bag, and gave it to Jim. That's exactly what happened.
It was literally that. And also,
Exactly
Janelle, with that, for the $5, I also got a stained Alex Burrows shirt, which I actually got the stains out, and actually came out to be a very nice jersey. Sorry, not shirt.
We gave that to Shane, didn't we?
Yes, and Shane is just now learning about the stains that used to be on it.
There you go.
Jacob's saying y'all are tiny. It might just be your screen. I don't know. This is not actual size. There we go.
Is that big enough for you?
All right. The Lion of Tribe saying my predicted score is 4-2.
That's a hell of a name to write down.
I would just do the Lion of Tribe.
No, Judah.
And that's for the Canadiens. Because earlier on saying the Canucks will lose tonight, mark my words.
Okay, yeah. So correct us. Yeah. Correct us because I'm locking it in here, Judah.
Yeah. There we go. Should be an interesting game, like we said before. Like I said, basement brawl.
I'm either predicting it's just run and gun, no defense. Both the teams leave their respective goaltenders out to dry, and it's high scoring, or it's like a 3-1, 2-1 game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm hoping we just see a disaster though.
Hometown hockey tour. I didn't even know that.
Kevin Bieksa looking good with the the collar under the sweater.
Oh, and Scott Oak. Man.
Scott Oak.
What a beauty.
What a beauty.
What an absolute beauty for those in the U.S. of A. You don't get to see this beauty as much as we do.
You really don't. It's unfortunate. What are the great perks about living in the Great White North?
Yes. All right, I'll quickly go through just the line combinations here, just the notable ones. Anyways, top line for the Montreal Canadiens: Tyler Toffoli, Christian Dvorak, Josh Anderson, and their top defense pairing right now: Ben Sherratt and Jeff Petrie. In net for the Montreal Canadiens tonight is Jake Allen.
Jake Allen, there
He's
you go.
Back from concussion, which is good.
The man with two first names.
The man with two first names. Canucks top line, just as daunting, folks. Tanner Pearson, Bo Horvat, Connor Garland. I do like the second line for the Vancouver Canucks. So, I'd like Brock Besser to play a little bit better, but JT Miller, Nils Hoglander, and Brock Besser. Nils Hoglander has been outstanding this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of speed and energy in that line. Something I like.
And Elias Pettersson on the third line between Justin Dowling and Vasily Podkolzin. Thoughts on that one?
No, that's an interesting move. Obviously things not going well for Elias Pettersson right now. Travis Green trying to mix things up. We'll see how long he stays there. I can't imagine he's on the third line for very long.
Hey, look, Quinlan's on the
screen. Yeah, Quinlan King on the sports. No, Kyle Bukauskas.
Who is from Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island. He looks exactly like my buddy Quinlan. It's ridiculous.
So, do you want to just take a bet? Who do you think's in net for the Vancouver Canucks tonight?
Oh, it's got to be Demko.
It's Demko. Are you kidding me? Like, tonight, I feel like, give him the night off. It's the Montreal Canadiens. Put in Halak.
Hey, the poor kid needs a W.
I was just going to say, maybe the Canucks, they think that they can salvage the season still, and they're like, we just got to get all the points we can get, especially against the Canadiens.
Exactly.
Again, my point of view, where I'm coming from, I think this is a perfect game for Halak.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Should we take a quick break soon before the game starts off?
Let's take a quick break. On the other side, we'll be back for Puck Drop. We'll have live reactions. We'll continue to take your comments. We'll run down the poll question. If you comment, during this quick commercial break, that's fine. Keep them coming. We will get to every single comment. Again, get your score predictions in, and we will be back on the other side. We are on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, Montreal Canadiens, Vancouver Canucks. And we are back live here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, Montreal Canadiens, Vancouver Canucks. Thanks to everybody who just jumped on the live stream right now. We will get to all the comments that came in during the break, but quickly for the new eyes who just joined us here, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. The Hockey Podcast Network does watch-alongs pretty much every single day of the week, and get in on our contest. You have a chance to win some Hockey Podcast Network merch, a t-shirt tonight. All you have to do is get your predictions for the game in the live YouTube chat. Tell us who you think is going to win the game and what the score is. We've got a few predictions in right now. So example, like our friend Neil, he thinks Vancouver is going to win 5-4. Get that prediction in. We will note it. And in the post-game show, before we hang up the skates, we will announce a winner. We're going to cut contest entries 5 minutes into the third period. So you can hang tight. You can be strategic. But get those in because we want to compare all your guys' point of views and predictions here tonight, because we got a mixed bag. We have 2 Habs and 2 Canucks. Interesting. And yeah, when 2 teams are at the bottom of the league like this, it's kind of hard to pick a favorite sometimes. We'll put it that way. Yeah. So again, for all you who just joined the live stream, get your score predictions in the live YouTube chat for a chance to win a THPN custom shirt. Love it. Ducharme always looking sharp. Always looking sharp as puck has dropped, Dylan. Yes, it has. 0-0, 5 seconds into the game here, folks. Actually, it's probably 25 seconds. Oh, true. Yeah, folks, we are not watching on our local cable provider. We're watching through a stream here, so we might be 30 to 45 seconds behind. You know what's crazy, Dylan? Even in the States, ESPN's 30 seconds behind. They're behind? Yeah. It's because it's the stream. Oh, folks. Oh, here we go. Someone's in the house. Dan, the man is in the house. What's up, Dan? Thank you for joining tonight. Hope it's not a busy work night for you. Hope you can check this game. And Dan, don't you worry. Your prize, it's coming. It is coming. We will get it to you. Don't worry. We missed Danelle's comment here, Dylan, so let's just get to that one quick. Right. Danelle saying, hey, do you guys like the Canucks jersey without the Vancouver word mark above the logo or with it on? I think Danelle asked this I think you asked this to us last year. Yeah, so... I mean, I would prefer it without it. I'll say that. I'd prefer it without the Vancouver word mark. Everyone knows it's the Vancouver Canucks. That's the point of a logo, a crest. Of a good logo is, you should know. Danelle saying, did you know that the Lightning had the Tampa Bay word mark on the away jersey and the home jersey was just the logo by itself? Which year? Interesting. Oh, Dan, of course you can make predictions. Dan, get your predictions in, just like everybody tuning in right now on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Only the first period. You got a little while to go, so get your predictions in and give yourself a chance to win some sweet THPN merch. Nice shot by Luke Shen. You know, I've been liking Luke Shen's play this year. I don't hate Luke Shen. I think there's a lot of hate on the Vancouver Canucks right now. Luke Shen is not one of them. No, definitely not. And as far as, just at least he provides a physical presence, which not a lot of Vancouver Canucks do right now. Well, I feel like Drive, because he's not an everyday person in the lineup. So he's making the most of, every second that he has with this team. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. Again, just looking at some of the lineups here, especially, before I get to that, Dan, Canucks 4, Habs 5, going for the Habs tonight. He's a realist. He's a realist. Dan, the man. I love it. Is it even a realist at this point? I just feel like we're Canucks fans and we're so jaded right now. No, I just think all Canucks fans are pissed off, except for Jack. Jack's still going for the Canucks pretty hard. Jack, as he said, does not give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. Connor Garland, as he gets hit to the ice last night against the Boston Bruins, I know playing his hometown team, but man, he was buzzing and, had one goal disallowed on an offside call, but was able to score again in the game. He's looking like one of the best Vancouver Canucks early on this season. I think he is one of the best Vancouver Canucks this season. I think the 2 best Vancouver Canucks this season have been JT Miller and Thatcher Demko. And don't look at Demko's numbers. They don't tell the story at all. JT Miller's, they absolutely tell the story, which is kind of funny. Hughes has been fine. I mean, 15 points, 21 games. Can't ask for much more from him. But Garland is in that next tier too, where I think Connor Garland and Nils Hoglander have been excellent providers to this team. Absolutely. Dan saying, can Andrew win the merch? Everybody has a chance to win the merchandise. Dan. Danelle saying, the only thing I could say was Reebok jerseys, Lightning away jerseys had the Tampa word mark, but I don't know what year they got rid of it. All right. Okay. Thanks, Danelle. Jack saying,
always a homer. Also saying Cheech is my spirit animal. Absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, Anson Carter went after Cheech the other night, and Canucks Twitter, they defended their own. Don Taylor was ripping on Anson Carter a little bit too.
Bro, you just don't go after Cheech. I don't know what to say.
I'm literally gonna read
the unwritten rule. You just don't go after Cheech.
No. I mean, Cheech defended himself on Twitter too. So there you go.
Dan saying you're close, Andrew, in the last game. Winnipeg game was a close one. Is Andrew even here?
Andrew's not even here, Dan. Andrew B hasn't even showed up yet.
Josh Deming saying, boys, how's the battle of the best going?
Vancouver's got 4 shots, but that doesn't mean shit because they had 40 some shots against Columbus, and Columbus still beat them. So
yeah, fair enough. Early on, I mean, not a lot of action. Like you said, shots 4-0 for the Canucks, but
I mean, one good shot from Lucien at the point. I'll give him that.
Yeah, always loving the red Montreal Canadiens jerseys, though. How about that?
Look, they're incredible jerseys, but I'm not a fan of the Canadiens at all. So it's just like, I don't know if I can give them that. It's like Boston too. Boston has great jerseys, but I look at them and I go, ugh.
Yeah, well, yeah, Boston's.
It stings a little bit more. I get it.
Stings more,
but
especially the Canadiens have been such a mediocre team over the last few decades.
Oh, Jack coming in hot.
Jack saying Anson Carter is a pathetic joke.
He wasn't when he was with the Sedins. He was lighting it up.
There we go. But yeah, coming after Cheech, you're a bit of a joke then.
You don't come after Cheech.
All right. Still a lot of neutral zone play right now. No one's really has the edge. No one's had any sustained pressure in the offensive zone. See if anybody can break through here. Still early in the game, 4 minutes into the first period.
So here's the tweet from Anson Carter. Says, watching the NHL Bruins game, and I heard the Canucks game analyst say he hated Brad Marchand. Canadian hockey fans wonder why NHL players don't want to play in Canada. It's because it's not just about the game. It's always personal with some of these media coverage. Don Taylor comes out of the woodwork with his son's face as his profile picture. So given a second chance, Anson, after your career year in Vancouver with the Sedins, you'd pass up because of the always personal media coverage?
Love it.
Love it.
Oh, I don't know what just happened there. The ref calling no goal immediately. I did see a puck cross the line, so we'll see if it's here in a second. Just going to get to a comment here quick. Dan, so you're saying my merchandise is coming. Did you boys sign it? We haven't even received it to sign it.
Dan,
we order from the States. They send it to us.
We send it to you. That's why we're saying it's going to be a little bit of a process, my man.
We're getting to it. Danelle saying, sucks that the Sedin brothers never won a Stanley Cup. They were good players.
Oh, you're telling us, man.
NHL. No,
they were all-stars, and we're never going to see magic like the Sedins ever again. I don't care if there's any brothers playing on the same line. Hell, I don't even care if they're twins. They had a special magic bond that
no, we'll never see it again. Nothing close. And all Vancouver Canucks fans growing up in that era, they know what we're talking about. And it's hard, and I understand it if you didn't grow up watching the Canucks, and the Sedins roll into your town once or twice a season and you see them play.
Drawing penalties left, right, and center.
Watching them every night. You really got to sense, how special they really were.
Like, they had multiple shifts. Maybe they weren't 4 minutes long or whatever, but there were so many glimpses of like what they did on that crazy, historic shift that they had that, every NHL fan, every NHL diehard knows of.
No, absolutely incredible stuff. And I don't think we're going to see it again. Tyler Mott back in the lineup for the Vancouver Canucks. Hopefully that helps out on the penalty kill a little bit. He's been back for about 2 or 3 games now. Another area that they're really struggling in, as they show a replay of that Oliver Ekman-Larsson hit. Damn.
Yeah.
Last night in Boston.
That was pretty dirty.
Pretty dirty. Yeah. It's a shame that the Canucks couldn't pull that one out last night against the Bruins. Like I said, for a large portion of the game, I felt like they were the dominant team, but, I guess that's what happens when you're just not the better team. You can play better, but the other team might still win because they just have the talent and the skill.
Yeah, when they play Columbus and are vastly outshooting them, the Columbus still looks like the better team.
Yeah, and something else, Isha, that we talked about off air is, the Canucks, the shot totals are looking all right the last few games, but if you really look at the shots they're taking, I feel like they're just throwing the puck at the net just to get those shots up. Well, like, honestly,
exactly. Don't look at tonight. They have 7 shots to 1 of the Montreal Canadiens. I really think only 2 of those, maybe 3 right now with the players developing right now, really were somewhat good opportunities.
None of them I think would be qualified as a scoring chance.
Okay.
Honestly, maybe that one play where the whistle was blown down. But yeah, honestly, the quality of shots has just plummeted for the Vancouver Canucks.
Listen, you look at who's shooting them all. There's not a lot. Like JT Miller, sure, he's got a pretty good shot. Pedersen, who knows what the hell's going on with his shot.
Yeah.
Hughes, it's from the blue line. He's got a pretty good shot, but it's predictable. And Hughes is moving the puck, lining up. They know the pose.
It's not no Sammy Salo slapper from the point.
And Besser, he's non-existent. So like, where are these elite shots coming from? Nowhere.
No, exactly. It's a great question. And, you know, a couple other players like Hoglander, I don't know if you listed him off, but, you know, he does a lot of great things. Doesn't have an amazing shot.
No, that might develop. I hope it does.
Sure
but that's not what he's supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem is, like you said, when you have guys on the team like a Brock Besser, where that's literally his only role, is you got to be good at shooting the puck. And right now, it's not happening, which is unfortunate.
And I don't think Travis Green is giving him the best opportunities to as well. Like, you looked at the power play, how many times they're feeding it to Pedersen, and now how many times they're feeding it to JT Miller. It's like, bro, you have an elite shooter on your team.
Yeah, you know, the deployment of Besser on the power play has made me scratch my head. And like you said, just the fact that they haven't tried it for a couple games.
Yeah.
You know, if they had tried it early on, it just really wasn't popping. Fair enough. But I don't know, man. I feel like they got to try something else. But at the same time, you know, if you're Travis Green, how much do you want to mix things up? Do you want to keep mixing things up like this?
Oh, that's a good point, man. It's a comment-driven live stream. Again, if you guys jumping in, jumping out, give your comments on this game, your live reaction. You can chime in on the poll question, which simply is who should have been fired first, Marc Bergevin or Jim Benning? Jim Benning was leading in the poll by quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll give a quick update here on the poll. Let me bring my Twitter up. Where do you think it's at, Isha?
I think it's 60% Jim Benning.
All right. Who should have been fired first, Benning or Bergevin? Benning, 75%.
Ooh.
Bergevin, 25%. Nice and clean, nice and simple.
Nice and
25,
clean, like
75.
None of those, you know,
none of those 0.4s.
74 point whatever. Do you remember a few years ago when Twitter had their like glitch with the polls?
Oh, yeah.
And we were getting like thousands of random votes or like the 0.56. It was like, what is going on?
They weren't real votes. And yeah, it was something else.
Yeah, I think
that was right in World Juniors.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a World Junior one hit that said like it had 3,000 votes.
Isha's running around the studio. I've blown up. I'm viral.
Yeah, Dylan looks at the impressions, bro. It's got like 5 impressions. Something's wrong
got
here.
one like and it was me.
Yeah. Ooh, a big hit by Dowling, and on the same play, Montreal Canadian player hits down Pedersen. So.
Danelle with a comment saying, hey, did you guys ever like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when you guys was young? I think I watched a bit of Power Rangers.
I think like the second season on like YTV or something like that.
Yeah. Back when I was watching, I didn't know seasons were a thing. I just watched it when it was on the TV. So I watched a little bit.
Dylan, the only reason I know there's seasons is because I'm like really into MMA, and there's one former Power Ranger who actually had like 5 or 6 professional MMA bouts and won them all. So I was watching the video about it. And it was like, and he went back because he was in all 5 seasons of freaking Power Rangers.
Right.
From like an 18 to 20-year-old actor to like an old man. He was always in the Power Rangers franchise, whether there were movies, voiceovers on cartoons. And he took his love for martial arts doing that show and actually, you know, won 6 professional bouts.
Power Rangers. Wow. I have a great Power Rangers video in my stock somewhere. But this would have been perfect timing. I don't have it on the computer, though. I might be able to dig it up. Shane saying, I dug the Power Rangers. I lent one of them to Isha, and it came back broken. Oh!
I do not remember this.
Isha getting called out on the live stream. He's a Power Ranger breaker.
Which one, Shane? And you know what? You deserved it for what you did.
He came back with one arm.
I don't remember.
Oh, my God.
Shane, whether it happened or not, I don't know if you're just pulling my leg here, but you deserved it for what you did to me with Paul.
Oh.
The goaltender.
Strong words.
Shane liked to cheat in NHL and PlayStation. Let's just say that.
I don't think it was cheating. He just outsmarted you. But anyways,
it was a dick move, whatever.
Front row.
Go Power Rangers.
Love it, man. I really need to find that video. Maybe for like the intermission or something, I'll find the Power Rangers video.
It's not even on your computer here.
I know, but I think it's on YouTube.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
because that's where I dug
Okay,
it up from.
we're gonna find it.
I'll find it.
Oh my god,
I'm on it, folks.
this is amazing. For some reason I thought you made it, but no, you found it on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't make the whole thing, but
so Suzuki taking a tripping penalty for the Montreal Canadiens. Canucks on their power play. Their power play is absolutely horrid. Unfortunately, the Montreal Canadiens penalty kill doesn't look too good either. And they shoot, they score!
there we
Pedersen
go.
ripping on Pedersen for his shot on the power play, and look at what happens.
There we
Pedersen
go.
making it 1-0 for the Vancouver Canucks. Finally, with a nice shot by Pedersen. That's the shot I want to see. As we check the replay here, Pedersen with his, fourth goal of the season.
All right, let's watch this again. PD, like you said, with the nice shot. Boom.
Boom!
Top shelf where mom keeps the peanut butter.
So I would argue that is Pedersen's best shot of the entire season. Honestly.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean,
Really?
he sunk it, so yeah, you could definitely say that.
He's had some garbage goals too, but fourth goal. I look at Pedersen and I expect him to already have like 10.
Yeah.
He's got four goals.
Unreal.
Well, the lamp has been lit for the
lamp.
first time. Get your score predictions in now. Things are getting crazy. So if you're joining the stream right now or you're hanging back and you haven't given your score predictions in, get them in for a chance to win a THPN custom t-shirt.
Shane saying also you said it was your cousin that broke the power.
Well, then
Ranger.
it probably was, Shane. Again, I have no memory.
Here's the thing, though. You know, at first you said there's no Power Ranger. Now you're changing up the story, saying it was a cousin.
I don't remember. I don't even know the
Shane-
color of the Power Ranger.
Shane, I'd look into this a little deeper. That's all I'm going to say.
The only thing I remember breaking as a kid was in Jackal. No, it was like a friend of ours. He had this teddy bear, and I ripped the head off at like his birthday party in grade 7.
I thought it was going to be something else, but okay.
I have no idea what you're
No, when you brought up Jack, but anyways, okay, let's move on to this. Shots for the Vancouver Canucks, 12 shots for the Montreal Canadiens. A lonely one shot.
Look at that, Front Row Productions. My cousin broke my TIE Fighter. Man, I'd be pissed if he broke my TIE Fighter.
I actually learned the other day why they call them TIE Fighters.
Because of Family Guy.
Blue Harvest. Blue Harvest. Great Family Guy episode.
Man,
Jack Freeman says that birthday party was legendary.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Jack, it was unreal.
Yeah. Lives were changed that night.
We're gonna get the wrong idea.
We really let's talk some hockey here. Let's talk some hockey. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I just see him dig for the puck there in the corner as he brings it out. He has a little bit more grit to his game than I expected when he came in from the Arizona Coyotes. And I love it. I think that this team needs more of that.
Well, I think there he didn't show it off because he kind of was playing with house money in Arizona, the nice warm Arizona. Now he's in Vancouver. It's an absolute shit show with everything going on.
Tax rate eating the ass up.
And there's flooding in BC.
It's crazy.
It's been rain for like 10 days straight. I mean,
yeah.
I'd be playing with an edge.
Yeah.
I am playing with an edge. I am on edge right now watching this game.
The media are attacking each other.
Dude, I just can't believe it, man. I mean, I can, given, the characters involved.
Absolutely
I
insane.
mean, Matt Sakaris doesn't hold back, and even just reading his text, I was like doing the Sakaris voice while I was reading it. I was like, I know exactly how he's pronouncing this, the cadence.
Front Row Productions, they're not dolls, they're action figures. There we go. Talking about the Power Rangers thing.
Yeah.
Did you call them dolls? I don't think
any of us called them dolls.
Yeah, we got more respect.
I got an old Millennium Falcon, the original Millennium Falcon that came out.
How about that?
It's missing the blaster shield, but other than that, it's in good shape. Oh, see, this is the thing. My parents, when I was a little kid, they were like, "Don't open the box. Don't open the box. It's going to be worth something one day." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up." I mean, I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. I'm playing with it.
You just shut the fuck up.
I'm playing with these toys. I'm playing with the Millennium Falcon, the action figures, or whatever. Regret it. And I, gave my parents the old, you told me so.
Here's my argument, though. And I know everybody can't afford it at the time. But at the time, if you really thought this was going to be worth something and you're handing it to little Isha at like fucking 8 years old, this kid's ripping into cereal boxes, and you think he's not going to rip into it, you got to think twice. Buy two.
There you go.
Buy 2.
It was a collectible.
The kid's going to rip into it, buy a second one, shove it in the closet.
I mean, it was a collectible.
Profit.
It was a collectible. The one that my parents didn't let me touch my Pokemon cards until I was 15.
Okay.
Like Charizard wasn't allowed to touch him. Blastoise, not allowed to touch him.
Interesting.
So I have, thanks Mom for the Charizard that's in near perfect condition.
There we go. There we go.
Anyways, we're in a commercial break here. 1-0 for the Vancouver Canucks. Took advantage of that power play. Pettersson got an unbelievable goal. It's what we want to see from him to look like Pettersson of old.
This is a comment. Sorry, you should get off track.
No, it's all good. It's a comment-driven live stream. Let's get back to it.
This is a sad one. My dad gave away all my Star Wars stuff to the kid down the street, and I had everything.
Well, I have a couple follow-up
context here.
Why did he give them to the kid down the street? Like,
were you misbehaving?
Yeah, were you grounded or something? And he's like, I know this isn't gonna hit you where it hurts, but giving all these to little Timmy down the road, that'll sting.
That'll sting. I hope he didn't dig up some like nasty memories, but anyways.
Anyways,
that's what we do here.
Get your goal prediction, your score predictions in if you haven't already to enter the contest. I know Shane get his in already? I don't think Shane did. Shane likes to wait. He likes to let the game marinate a little bit.
Shane's a waiter.
Yeah. He waits till at least the second intermission.
Not employed as one, but he waits.
See, look at that. Pettersson, some stats on him, just shooting from afar. It's because he's been put on the power play
because he's scared to get in the middle of the ice. That's why.
That too. He has been playing timid.
He has been the whole season, and I don't know. Something's just not 100% right with the player. That's all I'm going to say.
I think it's between the ears, though, because he claims he's healthy, and he had a whole offseason to nurse that wrist injury.
Ooh, Front Row Production saying, I was in Iraq fighting, and he was cleaning out the basement and was clueless about collectibles. Oh. That is brutal.
I'll say this, and I think I've said this before, because I remember you telling us that you served. So thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Of course. Like nothing but respect. I mean, we got the Poppy and Don Cherry giving you the thumbs up in this live stream. And to comment on, your dad with the Star Wars stuff, that sucks. I'm just lucky my mom's a big Star Wars nerd, so she knew the value. She's just a nerd in general.
Well, at least like it wasn't like a vindictive move of,
No, exactly.
It was a clueless, ignorant move, I guess.
There you go. I know we've been commenting on the Canucks a lot, Dylan. We're watching this game, through Canucks goggles, being at that, it's our team, but anything in particular Montreal that's worth highlighting that you've noticed? I know that they've been moving the puck okay thus far.
They've been moving the puck okay, but I'm surprised. We talk about the Vancouver Canucks maybe not being the strongest team defensively, but again, with the high quality chances and getting in the slot, Montreal has not been able to get in the slot much and provide high quality chances. And to be honest, I think the Canucks have a high chance of winning this game if the Montreal Canadiens keep playing like this. We're watching them right now. They keep skating around the perimeter. And against a goalie like Demko, I don't think that's going to work.
What I like is the Canucks are moving their feet.
Yeah.
And I know it's one of the main hockey phrases that gets thrown around.
Right.
Move your feet. But they say it for a reason, man. And I think why the Canucks looked limp in the Columbus game is because they weren't moving their feet.
Yeah.
They weren't skating. This is an example. I mean, Montreal had possession for a long time here. But the Canucks, as you can see, shifting their play back and forth as a unit. And that's how they were able to box them out there. Oh, a post, though.
But it just comes full circle with this team. You don't move your feet. You take bad penalties. And our penalty kill is at, 60%? And then you lose games.
Yeah. No.
It's as simple as that.
100%. Credit to the Montreal Canadiens, though. Ben Sherratt, he did ring one off the post.
Yeah.
So a tough shot, or a hard shot from the blue line. And there's one point in that sequence where there were 3 Canucks on one of the Habs, and they was able to kind of slide out of that and at least pass it up the ice. So, I mean, credit to them. Again, they're moving the puck well, but like Dylan said, not getting into the slot, a prime opportunity to get a shot off. And Demko just seems to be dialed. I mean, he's been dialed all season.
Yeah, all season. Front Row Production saying, I'll take the French team. Final score 2-1 Montreal.
All right. Locking it in.
2 unanswered goals from the Canadiens is what Front Row Productions is predicting.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Canucks there, Dylan.
I would not either, but I have a little bit more faith in Thatcher Demko at this point.
Okay.
So
I do have faith in Demko.
Yeah. You know what? As this game is progressing, and I know this is kind of cheating, throwing my prediction part way through the game, I'm going to say the Canucks to actually take this one. This is looking like a Vancouver Canucks victory to me, but this is the first period. There could be an absolute, epic meltdown in the second or third. So we'll see.
I said before the game, and I don't want to change it. I don't want to be no shapeshifter here. I don't know if that was the right example to use, but anyways, I'm going.
You tried it.
3-1 Habs. So
Woo.
3 unanswered goals.
I like it.
How you like that, front row production?
I like them apples.
And there's gonna be someone on the Habs getting some apples tonight.
You would hope so. If not, this is gonna be
It's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night. As Thatcher Demko covers up the puck. Shots for the Vancouver Canucks 12, Montreal Canadiens 3, although on Flash Course showing 4, so a little discrepancy between the two.
It's because that
service providers.
was barely a shot
That
by
was-
Anderson. A little whiffed on that bad boy there.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Thanks to those who are sticking around this period. Again, join us in our first intermission. We will continue to take your comments. It's a comment-driven live stream. You all are driving the bus. We'll run down the poll question. We'll talk more about this game. Maybe even we'll throw a little Power Rangers video up in there.
How's that for a tease?
For those who are just joining, like, what the hell?
Power Rangers? What are you talking about, man?
About?
Yeah, it gets unhinged here. We'll see that.
I mean, Kendra hasn't arrived yet, so it's not that bad.
Not that. Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot what you're talking about there for a second.
You're like, well, yeah, just another game there. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Kendra supporting the
big shout out to Kendra,
the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel,
supporting us in ways that we don't even know or understand.
She's just looking for a little brother Joshua. Okay,
little baby brother Joshua.
Did you say baby brother or little brother? No.
Oh, it was implied.
It was implied.
Some pressure from the Vancouver. Bo Horvat getting thrown on the ice by Jeff Petrie. How about that little hit?
That was almost high there. I thought
that was almost high. That was almost just like a punch. Like moved him away with the fist. But
Petrie, he has something to prove this game. He has not looked good. Is for the Montreal Canadiens. I got their stats up right now. It seems like it's hard to find him. Usually he's at the top of the list here.
And I think it was Jeff Petrie just taking an awkward tumble to the ice there. Sharpen your skates, buddy. Jesus.
Jeff Petrie, 2 assists, Dylan.
2 apples.
In 23 games. He had 42 points in 55 games last year.
Wow. How about that?
12 goals last year. Yeah, man. That is a nosedive.
That is a nosedive if I've ever seen one.
Wow.
It's unfortunate because I like Jeff Petrie as well.
Me too. Shane, we know Shane loves Jeff Petrie.
Oh,
Shane, you should have picked him in your fantasy this year, eh, bud?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We'll never forget the picture of him with his red eyes.
Oh yeah.
After the blood vessels were bursting in his eyes after what was it?
I think it was just side effects of some medication he was on for nursing some injuries. I think that's what it was.
I think that I also heard a story that they maybe this might have been someone else talking about how it happened to them.
Okay.
But they had to have like a broken finger like straightened, and when they straightened he screamed. I think this was Jeff Petrie. He screamed so hard and was crying so hard that it just burst all the blood. I'm gonna look this up.
First I've heard of that, but that would be unbelievable.
Oh my god.
We have to get the soundboard of what the down the donair sauce.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna look into it and just see what
Dude, so far there's that punch from Jeff Petrie, and things are heating up early. Which, you know what? If this game is going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be a dud of a game by any means, but it's the Habs Canucks. It's not going to be anything special tonight. I like that there might be a lot of physicality. I want to see some rough stuff here.
I agree. I want to see some rough and tumble, good old Canadian hockey. That's what we want to see.
The only way Darren's going to hop on here is if there's some rough stuff. Our friend at the Fourth Line Voice Podcast.
No, absolutely. And go check out that podcast, by the way.
My God. And the YouTube channel.
There we go.
None of that hockey fights bullshit.
That hockey fights bullshit. Love it. I'm looking into this Jeff Petrie thing and see what actually happened. There's a few articles. I'll find it. I
just love the pictures there.
Oh, the pictures are just terrifying. Yeah.
All right, I'm just going through some of our.
Okay, sorry, I got it here. I just don't want to. I just don't want to lose it. It all started when Petrie broke his finger in Game 3 of the Habs' second-round series against the Winnipeg Jets. It turns out that the pain from the broken finger caused him to pop the blood vessels in his eyes. So that's
unreal.
So this is a fit like hockey player, stay-at-home defenseman. He's dealt with some pain in his life. And that caused him to scream in pain so bad that it caused his eyes to do that. Oh my God. That's all I can say.
I've had a dislocated shoulder, and yeah, it hurt when they popped it back into place, but it was just more of like there wasn't any pain, lingering pain. It was just like, ouch, and then it was fine.
Right.
Finger, though, because of all the nerves in your hand, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Man. That,
how's that for a bedtime story, folks?
that'll do some damage. So far, I haven't really noticed much of Tyler Toffoli in this game. Suzuki obviously took the penalty there, but Suzuki's been buzzing. I really like Nick Suzuki's game. Again, 23 games here. The team's not doing well overall. He's got 15 points, much like Toffoli. Josh Anderson, too. Still scoring goals, 7 goals on the season. Again, nothing incredible, but playing for the Montreal Canadiens right now, 13 points. So their top guys are doing fine, in my opinion. Drouin's back this year, though, Dylan. So I've been keeping my eye on 92, as he's got respectable 11 points in 17 games. Obviously, didn't even play last year during the playoffs due to just some mental health issues and needing to just take care of himself for a bit mentally and maybe physically as well. I don't know there. But keeping an eye on Jonathan Drouin tonight. I'm just hoping that there's a few Habs players that pop out. So far, Jeff Petrie. His eyes aren't popping out of his face anymore, but he's popping out on screen for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Jonathan Drouin, you just brought him up. A player that just seems like he hasn't lived up to his potential yet. What was he, a third overall or second overall?
Yeah, pick? It was him in the McKinnon draft.
Yeah, so a guy that I think everybody expected a little bit more from, last season in the playoffs, like you said, taking time off, can't blame him for it. Take care of yourself. But yeah, I think the Montreal Canadiens are hoping for a little bit more from this player. If they have any hope of at least, having competitive hockey games in front of their home crowd this season.
Yeah, Connor Garland again. We swoon about this player, but he had an incredible pass in the slot. Opportunity was missed. I believe he was passing to Bo Horvat, but he was just being patient, glided around the defender, and was able to find a great passing lane. So again, Connor Garland's looked great for the Canucks thus far in this game.
Yeah, looked great in this game, and for the entire season so far, has been a great pickup in that trade from the Arizona Coyotes. People, get your comments in. It's been drying up a little bit. Get your comments in. We want to know your score predictions. We want to know how bad you want Jim Benning to get fired.
And the stream may heat up a little bit later too, as it's an early game.
It is.
It's an early game. People are still getting home from work here on the West Coast, and maybe some people are just like, you know what, this is the one game of the year that I'm actually like not even going to be online for. And you know what? Fair enough. We went into this either saying the stream's going to be absolutely buzzing from both sides, or it's going to be a little quiet one tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, Isha, can you blame the fans?
No.
Of both sides, of the Vancouver Canucks and the Montreal Canadiens. Honestly, I feel like half of the people in here watching right now aren't even Canucks or Habs fans. We've had, Donnell comes in. He's not a Habs or Canucks guy. He's just, a general hockey fan. So yeah, I feel like the fan bases from these two teams might be a little sick of it right now.
Front Row Productions actually a Caps fan.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I know they were rooting for the Caps in one of our streams that we did. So
there you go.
I mean, Montreal picking it up now again in the shot department, Dylan. I mean, they were down heavily, just moments ago as the period, just over 2 minutes left in this period. Montreal Canadiens have 8 shots, the Vancouver Canucks 12. Yes, the Vancouver Canucks are leading. They did great on the power play. Credit where credit is due to Elias Pettersson. And Connor Garland thus far has been buzzing. He's been really good. But other than that, not the most exciting game here tonight here in the National Hockey League.
What we expected, the basement brawl.
You know what I love about Shane, Dylan, is he answers the bell. We asked for comments,
and Shane
gives us some comments.
And Shane comments saying, I'm a Canucks fan. There you go. Shane is Canucks fan. The numbers are dwindling these days, but Shane is holding strong. And he's also saying, but more of a Raptors fan.
Yeah, definitely more of a Raptors fan.
Shane lets us know about that every stream as well. Shane, we love you, buddy. And actually, Shane, I don't know if you missed it. We were talking about your Alex Burrows jersey earlier on in the stream. So there you go. A little Shane shout out. Let's just say it wasn't brand new. Not even close, folks. Not even close. The shots, though, as I was working on the computer there, I wasn't quite listening to you, Isha, but the shots are coming closer. I don't know if you brought this up. shots are 9 for the Montreal Canadiens and 12 for the Vancouver Canucks. It's been at 12 for a few minutes now.
I think like almost 5.
Yeah, so not much offense being produced by the Vancouver Canucks in the second half of this period. It's looking pretty heavy on Montreal's favor.
And neither team is really battling in the neutral zone.
Yeah, which was the storyline of the first 5 or so minutes of this game. No one could really get out of there. But, like I said, it's looking like there's a lot of play in the Vancouver Canucks end right now. They're having a tough time even getting the puck out.
That was bad from Ekman Larson. Oh, and there it is. There it is.
And there we go. Montreal.
Late in this game, late in this period, tie it up.
Les habitants. Shane, I've heard this had been here around 4:30. There you go, Shane. There you go. There we go, folks. It is a 1-1 tie. We said it. More shots coming from the Montreal Canadiens in the last half.
They're picking up the speed. Yep.
They're picking up the speed, and there you have it. A goal goes in for the Canadiens. Demko, not much he could have done on that one. Actually a pretty nice goal. Cross ice, 2-on-1, one-timers. There we go.
By Drouin setting it up. Yep.
Just discussing it. He gets the apple, and there you go. Beautiful stuff.
With Paling with the goal. And interesting fact about him, I know he's been up and down with Laval and the Canadiens, but his first ever game in the National Hockey League, he got a hat trick.
There you go. That's not bad.
Yeah. It was like late in season, he was just one of those
I remember that story actually, now that you bring it up. Yeah.
He was great for Team USA in the World Juniors.
Yeah, he really was. See if he can really turn into something. I think he's going to be a bit of a late bloomer, but I think he can be a solid player.
The Canadiens have still a few good prospects in the pipeline, and credit to them, like Laval is an excellent team. Now, I don't know if they have a lot of prospects on Laval or their AHL club, or if it's just like some good veterans on an AHL team. Regardless, anyone who's coming through the system, it's a good program right there right now. And Alex Burrows, being one of the head coaches.
And hey, you're pretty damn close to the big club there in Montreal, so that always helps with call-ups. And the Vancouver Canucks getting Abbotsford as opposed to the Utica Comets, so that helps out there as well. Always good to have your AHL team right next door to your NHL team.
Is Eric Stahl still with the Canadiens, or did he retire?
That's a great question.
He's not on Hockey DB, and I don't know if that's just because he hasn't scored yet or not.
I will look into that.
As we're in the final seconds of this game, Montreal Canadiens tie it 1-1. It's a game. Well, I guess it's back to square one now. But hey, some goals. If we got 2 goals in one period, if we can keep this pace going, that's going to entertain me, and I hope it entertains all of you sitting back here watching.
Eric Stahl is still unsigned, but not officially retired.
Okay.
According to various online sources.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's no way he doesn't have at least 1 point if he's played 20-odd games. And he's not on their roster in hockey.
Yeah, he's too damn good to not put up a point.
You know who I do like, Dylan? He doesn't put up a lot of points because that's not his game. But as we go to break here, we continue to talk about it in the intermission and throughout this game. But keep your eye on Alexander Romanov.
Ooh, there you go.
He is an excellent skater. Different than Hughes, but that similar style in that, like, he uses the entire ice as his canvas, right? Like he's very elusive skater. He's a little bit bigger, not as unique. I think Quinn Hughes is one of the best skaters, most unique skaters I've ever seen, but plays his style. He's like a water bug out there, but he's got some grit to him, and he's very defensive. He doesn't run the play, but he plays, put it this way, he plays like Quinn Hughes, but through a defensive lens. So he uses a lot of ice and his skating as his best trait, but he uses it on a defensive side. So it's a very interesting player to watch, and he may not stand out, but keep an eye on him. His skating is really, really good.
Using the ice as his canvas. I love that. Isha Jerome here, folks, all night.
Oh, man. All right.
Is that a pipe you're smoking over there? Jeez, slow jazz music in the back?
Do you got any slow jazz in the pad there? I thought we only got rave music.
Yeah, we got something else.
Oh, man. All right. Canucks Montreal Canadiens tie things up. They make this a 1-1 game. A nice setup by Drouin and a nice goal by Elias Pettersson. So 2 players that we were kind of hoping to see some action from tonight are already on the score sheet, so that's great. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll be back for the second intermission. You're watching along with us here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, Vancouver Canucks, Montreal Canadiens. We'll see you on the other side. And we are back live here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Montreal Canadiens, Vancouver Canucks on this hometown hockey edition. If you're watching the Canadian broadcast here.
I believe that is Steve Staios, former Edmonton Oiler.
I thought that was Brad Lieb.
Yes.
He wears the same jacket.
Same look.
Thanks to everyone tuning in. This first intermission, Canucks started this game hot. They were out shooting the Montreal Canadiens like crazy. Suzuki took that penalty, and the Canucks capitalized. Funny enough, the Canucks capitalized. Elias Pettersson with a wicked shot. Finally, and I don't even want to say it's his office. He doesn't even deserve to have his name on the office door, but Travis Green keeps putting him in that position, and it finally worked. I hope that boosts his confidence a little bit.
Yeah, you would hope so. And I think a goal like that is all it really takes. You know, for a guy who's a goal scorer, and like you said, a couple of his goals this season have been kind of garbage, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
To get a nice, clean one like that, I think it means a lot.
And it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
That's what you expect from Elias Pettersson. That's what they've been trying all season with the power play, and it finally worked.
And then that positive storyline for the Vancouver Canucks took a turn. As later in that period, this pretty much the second half, I would say, the Canadiens started pressing. They got their shots back up and rewarded with just 2 minutes left. We were talking about, Jonathan Drouin moments before, and he actually had a wicked zone entry and an even more dazzling pass, which led to the goal. Nothing really Demko could have done on that one. I mean, that was a great goal by the Montreal Canadiens.
No, it was a great goal. And nice to see Jonathan Drouin coming out with some energy for the Montreal Canadiens. Being a Canucks fan, obviously I don't want the Canadiens to win, but he's one of those players that I think everybody can root for. Like we said, a guy that had to take some time off, to take care of himself and his mental health, and now he's back, ready to go. Like I said, I think he's a guy that everybody can root for.
Yeah, absolutely. For anybody who's just joining the live stream, or anyone who hops on, or if you haven't already, get your score predictions in. I know Shane's waiting. Oh, Shane's
always waiting. I'm trying to bring up some pictures here,
okay.
And I think this might provoke some conversation. And I think I found the picture I want to use. This has been a topic of, I say, great debate. I think that's fair enough to say. The men's Olympic jerseys.
Yeah, great conversation for this intermission here.
For Team Canada and the Americans, actually. So, I'm going to bring it up here. And, like I said, it's lots of controversy around these jerseys. But I personally am actually a pretty big fan of these jerseys. One moment as I bring it up here. I'll comment on Shane's note here. Do you guys think JT Miller will get a goal today? I do. I think if this team's buzzing, and I think, we'll put it this way. Yes, Shane, but if this team is going to win, JT Miller is going to have to score a goal. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the Canucks need JT Miller to be at the top of his game every single time if they want a chance of winning. That's really what it comes down to.
Jack's saying I like the black ones. Honestly, me too. That's my favorite one. I just love the black gloves on every single one. Like, that's badass. That's daunting, man. If you're on the ice there and you see.
So here's a look at the red and the black. Lots of people ripping on this one, saying there's no white in it. It's too, I don't know, maybe, there's nothing that pops about it.
I mean, it's
Let's
red.
say that.
It's red. What else do you want there? She'd be popping. Red's a color that on television is going to pop. Like, the black ones may not pop on television, but I just think, who cares? Because I think they're going to increase Canada's opportunity to win, because it's just going to, I don't know, just mess with the opponent.
Pop in their head a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, I'll bring the black one up here.
They're so sick.
Quickly.
And even their white ones aren't bad either. Like, their white ones are textbook Canada style.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, people like to get overcritical with jerseys, and I'm here for it. It's so good.
There's the black one. Jack says I like the black one a lot. We have that comment up. Yeah, I agree.
Look, because I love how on the Maple Leaf too, if they just had the black crest on black, it would be nothing. But they have the red outline, man. And yeah, again, it might not show up on TV, but man, is that sick.
No, it looks so good. And then lastly, I'll bring up the white one here quickly as well.
US though, they botched. And I'm not a fan of the United States Olympic team, because I'm Team Canada all the way, baby. But they usually do a pretty good job.
Yes, they do. They do normally do a good job, and like you said, this year they just pushed
How can you be critical of this one either? Honestly, it's so clean. The only thing that I would say to add to the black one would be maybe some red stripes on the bottom, like Canada here.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me getting picky.
Jackson, I like Canada's persona as the team to beat. The black jerseys play into that. Yeah, I just think of Sochi with those when they were wearing the black jerseys. Just such an intimidating team. And again, the team was actually physically, the Team Canada was a big team that year with the black jerseys, and they just rolled over everybody.
And it's funny because I think the States tried to go big that year and they like messed up. They just couldn't. They didn't bring in enough talent to match Canada.
Well, that's the thing is, Canada had the luxury of having guys that were big and that guys that were at the top of the league as far as talent goes. So that's really where the difference comes in. So there you go. Some Olympic jersey talk,
I like it. If anybody joining the stream is in a betting state or province, please support our friends at DraftKings.
I thought you were going to say a betting state of mind.
Or betting state of mind.
How are you?
Check out DraftKings. They support us, so go support them. Use promo code THPN upon sign up for a bonus. I mean, some of these bonuses that they have on the sportsbook are unbelievable. And if you're outside of a betting state or province, you can still use daily fantasy. Again, use promo code THPN upon signing up for either, and you'll get a wicked deal. I use daily fantasy for UFC and for hockey every now and then. You basically build up a lineup prior to the game, and depending on how well the players you picked, league-wide, kind of make your own little team there on the daily fantasy. You get rewarded for points and can get some pretty damn good payouts from there. Again, I'm huge with UFC on the daily fantasy, but I've dabbled in the hockey there a few times before.
Yeah, and I saw some of the promotions coming up from next week. Some of these deals are crazy, folks. Like, you put $5 down on any NHL team, and if any of them score, you get $200 and an Isha foot rub back. I mean, how is that for a deal? How is that for a deal, folks?
Oh, man.
I take the foot rub and give them the $200 back.
Jeez. I mean, I give a hell of a foot rub, folks.
She's blushing.
Hell of a foot rub. Oh, man. Jack, where's your pops? I know Lauren was here last time watching.
He had enough of us. Once was more than enough.
I was like ripping on him at the end.
Should we take a quick look at the poll question?
Yes, sir. And as we run that down, I'll fire it into the chat for any newcomers here, anybody who hasn't chimed in on our poll question yet.
All right, the poll question is: who should have been fired first? Old Jimbo or Marc Bergevin?
Or young Marc Bergevin?
All right, who should have been fired first, Benning or Bergevin? Right now, the results pretty close to the last time we checked. 76.1% for Jimbo.
Oh, we got a point in there now.
Yeah, and 23.9% for Bergevin.
Where do you lie on the poll question, Dylan?
I've said it earlier in the stream. I'm lying on Jim Benning. I feel like it's been too long for Jimbo. And like I said, Bergevin, he actually has some results in his tenure, as GM of the Montreal Canadiens with the Stanley Cup Finals appearance. Jim Benning cannot say the same. The Vancouver Canucks, the highest point since Jim Benning has been here has been a playoff win in the bubble, playoff series win in the bubble, which is great. But after 8 years, that's all you got.
Yeah, in fairness, they had more than just one playoff win in the bubble.
Well, 2.
Yeah. 2, and they took Vegas to 7 games.
Sure, but that's just 1 year out of the 8. That's my big problem.
Totally understand. And how they got into the playoffs, they beat a Minnesota team, and credit to that Minnesota team, they had a good year, but that Minnesota team didn't even have Kirill Kaprizov. It's a completely different team than the team that's in the top of the Central Division right now. And look at the goaltending for the Minnesota Wild at the time. They had Alex Stalock as their top goal. And I love Alex Stalock. He's a 1C. Tongue in cheek, he's a 1C. He's barely a 1B.
Yeah.
He had an okay season for the Minnesota Wild, but come on.
Great comment from Jack saying it's getting to the point where it isn't really fair to Benning as a human to leave him in his job. It's like Roy being left in for 9. And Isha, we've talked about this before. The problem is just ownership at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say that, and I hate people that just go for ownership right away. But at this point, they're the ones who have to pull the trigger and get a new GM and get rid of Jim Benning. And they're not doing it because Jimbo is their yes man.
Yeah.
And he's
the company man. He's the president of the team.
Yeah.
President
even
general manager.
though there isn't a president of the team, he is.
No, I think he's actually president and general manager. And that's what's messed up about this, because who does Jim Benning answer to only then? Francesco Aquilini.
Yeah.
And when he had to answer to Linden, or when they were working as a team, it didn't work because Linden recognized that he had to blow this thing up, and they just they wouldn't allow it.
They refused. They signed Anton Roussel and Jay Beagle and Louis Eriksson and
I mean, there's Burmistrov.
yeah.
I mean,
the whole
Philip Holm.
the Lyndon Vey experiment.
There's just so many players who they didn't hit on. So many.
Jack saying Patrick Watt. Yes, I know that's what you meant. And yeah,
Mr. 10 Stanley Cup. How many Stanley Cups? Sorry, Stanley Cup larger than my ears.
Yeah. It's just when I see it without Patrick just in a sentence, I say Roy. It's just how it's gonna be.
Like Derek Roy.
Yeah, exactly.
Former Vancouver Canuck.
Disappointing
on the Vancouver Canucks. He had a hell of a run in Buffalo. I mean, that was a crazy good Buffalo line. What was it? Roy, Palmingville, and Vanek.
Yeah. That was the
and Vanek too.
Yeah, we did.
He actually had a good season with the Canucks, and we traded
Tyler Mott. There you go. Comes full circle.
Hey, it worked out. I mean,
it did work out.
Tyler Mott, he's a roster player.
Shane Singh is tonight the TSN turning point for Patterson. Maybe for Patterson, but the TSN turning point, Shane, is more so of a team basis. It's the turning point, and this team ended up winning the game. There's no TSN turning point for a player's individual season. It's more of a game by game basis.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be something that the team does. It could be something that the fans do that cause the TSN turning point.
Jack saying, don't jinx it, Shane. Yes, don't jinx it. Please don't.
Oh man. I'm waiting. I know Shane's prediction is not going to come until the second intermission, but I'm just very curious to see where Shane's at here. Because I know he's a fan of the Canucks. He's rooting for his
big
boys
Canucks
here.
guy.
He's a big Canucks guy.
He's got a Burrows jersey somewhere in his collection. He's got a bunch of Canucks stuff.
Dude, he's got a sweater too from us, I think.
Yeah. None of it's signed though, unfortunately. Not like Dan the Man is getting a signed hoodie.
He's very stern on us having to sign that thing.
He is.
Yeah.
But folks, I just want to thank everybody that's joining us on this live stream. I know it's not the most entertaining hockey game in the world, but we thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of you who've stuck around steady throughout the whole thing, and we love that. We thank you so much. I mean, sometimes the chat's buzzing too. I mean, everything's just kind of mellow tonight. It's a mellow game. The interest in this game.
It's a Monday.
Well, that's the thing too. The interest in this game. You're coming off a Thanksgiving weekend for the United States too. I mean, let's be honest. There's not a lot of American viewers who can be watching this one. Those who are probably a little hungover. Montreal Canadiens folks, they probably already just they're like, screw this game. We don't even want to watch this.
And lots of Vancouver folks. I mean, I know the traffic down there in downtown Vancouver.
Yeah.
They're still trying to get home.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5. The people are still getting off work.
Yeah, exactly.
People are still getting off work. I mean, yeah, these early watch-alongs for Canucks, man.
Yeah.
They don't do us any
Not
favors.
everybody has the luxury that we have.
No. But again, thanks to those who are tuning in here, and keep the comments rolling. We're going to feature them. We're going to address them. We address all the comments here. It's a comment-driven live stream.
That it is.
Another player from the Montreal Canadiens who's impressed me throughout his young career with the team is Arturi Lehkonen. I think he's got a wicked shot.
Yeah, no, he's a solid player, a solid third line guy.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of where he's been slotted in for the Montreal Canadiens. He's 26 now, so he's kind of at that point of his career where this is what he is.
He's a 30-point guy who can score 10 to 15 goals.
Yeah, he's not going to cost you much. And for the Canadiens, I mean, you'll love to see a second round pick pan out like this, because that's what you want your second and third round picks to do, is end up being contributors to your team. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he had three goals in the last playoff run, and again, out of 17 games, it's nothing crazy, but I remember being impressed with the goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like we're underway in the second period here, folks.
All right, let's get back to it. Puck has dropped. Shots 12-12 apiece now, Dylan.
Ooh, how about that?
Speedy Gaiman, by the way, just joining us here as well, saying, have you seen Cale Makar's career stats? Look them up. Holy dude, they're unbelievable. This kid is second to none, man. And I know as a Canucks fan, I was saying, I wanted Pettersson to win the Calder that year, whatever. This takes nothing away, Hughes. This takes nothing away from what Quinn Hughes is, but Cale Makar is the whole package as far as defense.
Yeah, he really is. Danelle Weaver saying, do you guys like the Hurricanes road jersey, even though it says Canes word mark on the front?
I do.
They should have just put the Hurricane logo on the front.
I like it, Danelle. I like it.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up right now and give my full opinion.
And I was one on the New Jersey Devils watch along who was saying, I don't want to say I was in the corner of the jersey, but this is what I said on the matter. Yes, it's not creative. a non-creative jersey doesn't mean it's a bad jersey. So I was neither here nor there on it. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't think college style jerseys should get as much flack as they do. So full circle to Donnell. I like the Canes. It's got that like Rangers-esque to it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay.
Do you like the black ones with the, what is it? Just a flag?
Yeah, I like that one.
The wind flag?
See, I like college style in college.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know,
but people are like tearing it apart. I'm like, look, again, is it creative for the National Hockey League level? No. Is it a bad jersey? No,
it's not a bad jersey.
No,
not a bad jersey.
By the way, here's Cale Makar's stats: 114 points in 117 games, dude.
Wow.
He's a defenseman. He's got 20 points and 9 goals in 16 games thus far.
It's incredible. And if you had a young forward putting up those points, that would be unbelievable. And we have a defenseman sitting here doing it. I don't even know what words to use.
And he's such a beauty because, like, he played Junior A in Alberta. And yes, for the Brooks Bandits, which is the best program in the AJHL, and he ran that league. But he went back there for second season 2016-17 where he didn't have to. He could have gone elsewhere or made the jump.
Yeah, the only man to ever go to Brooks, Alberta on his own accord.
Yeah. You don't want to go to Brooks. I mean, it's not that bad.
Big shout out to everybody in Brooks.
Yes. We're just lost on the Brooks viewers.
Yeah, there we go. It's plummeting.
Thanks for dropping by, Speedy Gaming. We really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. We have watch alongs every single day of the week. And like the video if you like what you see as well. We really appreciate it. And Donnell, keep the jersey comments coming, man. We absolutely love it.
Oh, Donnell's I can tell he's a big jersey buff.
Jersey buff.
We like getting into it. We got a few jerseys here in the studio locked away.
Oh, but they're not Adidas, so he's
gonna rip on us.
Gonna rip on us.
There's
Hey, there's one Adidas. There's one, and it's Erik Karlsson.
Oh, it's an Erik Karlsson
San Jose Sharks
Adidas, yeah.
Which is why we keep that one buried.
The Adidas is slightly misspelled, so you know where I got it from. Great jersey though. Great jersey.
AliExpress.
Yeah. And there's a shot, 13-13. Wow, the Vancouver Canucks, over the last, 12, 13 minutes in this game have not produced any offense, putting up only 2 shots.
So streaky, man. They just can't put it together for an entire game. That's what's bothering me. That's what's bothering me about this team.
Yeah. No, something's got to change. Something's got to come together. And, man, I know we've said it before, but Thatcher Demko, where would this Canucks team be without Thatcher Demko? Donnell saying, sucks that the greatest goaltender of all time, Martin Brodeur, was part of the design of the black jersey. Should just put the Devils logo on the front. Would have been better. I think the jersey is not going to sell.
I'm interested to see if it sells. I'm interested to have this conversation again, Donnell, in like maybe even at the end of this season. And maybe we'll get some idea of how well they've sold. Yeah. I don't know who has those stats. I'm sure Donnell does.
Donnell might have those stats. I mean, he's a jersey buff. He knows. He knows these things.
But what's funny, Donnell, is Zach Parise, when he was with the Minnesota Wild, had an opportunity to design a hat. And all Zach Parise did was take a black hat and put the reverse retro logo on the hat. That was it. So I'm like, yeah, it's a good looking hat. Or my friend Brett Marshall on Wild Twitter was saying he was critical of being like, look, nothing against the hat there, but like, why even announce this as a thing? The team, Wild, the team store could have done it. Why does this have anything to do with the Zach Parise design?
That's pretty hilarious. The Vancouver Canucks did a similar thing a few years ago.
But they got a little bit more creative.
No, they did. And, was it Bo Horvat that had like the gold plate?
I'm going to look
for the logos on the hat, which looked actually pretty sick. Not that I would personally wear one, but, looked
Horvat was the best. I think it was Horvat, Pettersson, and Besser did one?
I believe so.
I'm going to look them up right now.
Yeah. So producer Isha is on the case here. Shots 15 for the Canucks, 13 for Montreal.
It's back and forth now in this second period.
Back and forth. A lot of play in the Vancouver Canucks end. Once again, like the ending of the first period, Montreal is putting on the pressure. Nice one-time chance.
Nice save by Demko.
I mean, the positioning of him, his positioning is incredible. That was an easy save for him just because he was in the right spots. He knew exactly where that puck was going, and Dvorak really didn't have any chance on that shot.
It's so funny. Poor Dvorak going from the Arizona Coyotes, which, he's a top center in the league. Maybe not a bona fide, superstar center, but he's very much top center in the league. Goes from Arizona where he didn't have a fighting chance at winning. Goes to Montreal when the roster was still somewhat intact. And then now Poor guy. I've always loved Dvorak. He crushed it with the London Knights, worked his way through the AHL, and now he's here in the National Hockey League. We can't really even appreciate his talents.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, very unfortunate. Danelle coming in hot, some more comments saying, thank you guys that I talk about the jersey talk, but did you guys know that there are 2 different Adidas jerseys that are made in Canada as the real one, and the one made in Indonesia is the retail jersey?
Well, Canada.
Right, there we go.
Like to hear that the Canadians are the real ones.
Yeah, that shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
Dylan, where was yours from? Not Indonesia. I'll tell you that.
I don't even know if the country exists.
Let's just say Indonesia would be better quality than produce better quality than wherever the hell this other one came from.
Yeah, I was gonna make a bad joke.
Fair enough.
Okay, let's move on from that. But very interesting to know that I did not know that.
I got most of my jersey facts in like the last 2 months have come from Danelle. And I love it. I fucking love it.
It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Thanks for supporting the network, Danelle. Like, honestly, even in a more quiet stream in the chat, and just like with, again, like we said, a lot of people in Vancouver not able to join us, just getting off work. I mean, it's awesome to have you riding shotgun here. And don't worry, we didn't forget about you, Shane, Speedy Gaming, Jack. We love having you guys here as well.
Oh, we see you.
Judah will be back later because he's done this before. I mean, Josh, you could have stuck around a little bit longer.
Yeah, Josh just comes in with a drive-by and then pieces, you know.
Yeah.
Danelle is saying, "You're welcome, guys."
Oh,
Danelle, you're a beauty.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Wow, just folks, as you can see on our face, this game is so exciting. We can't contain it.
So exciting. Hey, well, I'm excited now because Andrew B, we're back, Andrew. Back by popular demand. I know in every single THPN stream you ask, where's Isha? Where's Dylan? You got both of us here. Buddy. How's it going? Get your goal prediction in, man.
You still got time.
You got quite a bit of time, actually. Here, 5 minutes into the third period, we cut entries. So get your goal prediction in. And Andrew, if you have Twitter, chime in on our poll question as well. If you scroll up through the comments here, I commented it from THPN. It says, who should have been fired first? And there's a link there. So if you got Twitter, go vote in the poll question.
There you go. All right.
17 shots of Vancouver Canucks. So picking it up a little bit here. But the storyline has just basically been both the teams, either the dump and chase, or in fairness, the Montreal Canadiens moving the puck up a little bit better than the Canucks. But there's been no neutral zone battles, man. None.
No, none. As Burrows goes there for a shot, and the Vancouver Canucks have some pressure. Some comments coming in here. Speedy Gaming saying, who do you think is the best player on the Nucks?
Right now, it's a tie between JT Miller, Thatcher Demko, and then right behind them, I would say Garland, and I like Hoggy Bear and Hoglander.
Yeah, I think you can put Hughes in that
Hughes
category.
Hughes in there too,
5-4 Montreal overtime.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
There we go. Danelle saying, is the game boring to you guys? The battle of the bottom feeders. I mean, Danelle, I'm not going to lie here. This isn't the most exciting game I've ever watched.
Pretty much any Canucks game this season is not really an exciting game, but we didn't have high expectations. So
we've had a couple watch-alongs where the games were at least interesting. This, I can't say the same. I really can't.
The chat made it interesting, though. We had some characters.
The chat has made it interesting. The chat is the only reason we're still sticking around. And hey, Speedy Gaming, 4-2 Canucks prediction.
So for those who are jumping back on and who've joined Andrew B. Speeding Gaming, you have a chance with that entry to win some Hockey Podcast Network merchandise, a shirt in particular tonight. So thank you very much. We will announce the winner at the end of this game. So if you have to tune out, come back before we hang up the skates and sign off. We will announce a winner.
Did you hear the cha-ching?
Cha-ching.
Jacob, 3-1 Vancouver.
Jacob. Thank you very much, Jacob. I'm noting them down, folks.
Danelle's asking if we had the Canucks as a playoff team this season or not. You know, coming into the year,
I did.
Danelle, I said yes. I think that the Vancouver Canucks are going to be a team that's not at the top of the division, but I think, number 6, 7 out of the 8 getting in on the West. But now, no, it's not going to happen.
I had them 4th in the division.
Yeah, pretty much where I saw them coming in. The just kind of squeaking into the playoffs is where I thought the Vancouver Canucks were going to be.
But handily beating the California teams. And Anaheim's on a fucking run this year.
Jacob is getting very specific, saying in regards to his prediction, saying with an empty net goal with 33 seconds left, 33 on the dot.
I mean, Jacob, do you got some money on this game or what, buddy?
It might. Speedy Game saying, what a shot. What a shot.
Ooh, I just saw that shot. That was a good shot. Oh my God. And it was a goal.
How did we miss that?
It's because we're reading the comments here. Thank you very much.
Man.
Oh my God. And there it is. We said that Connor Garland, I think throughout the first part of this stream, the first half of the stream thus far, he's been the standout player for the Vancouver Canucks.
Absolutely.
We literally had both of our eyes on the comments that we missed the goddamn goal. So thank you very, very much.
I can't believe that. Danelle, who do you guys think is the better brother? Jack Quinn or Luke?
Who's or who?
Who's Hughes the Hughes who?
Well, Luke, I haven't seen yet. He's not in the National Hockey League, so I can't say him yet. Though
There's a song about him. I'm gonna say Quinn. I'm gonna say Quinn's gonna be the best.
Yeah,
right now and in the future.
Look, until Jack puts a point per game, he's not at Hughes' level yet.
Yes. Danelle saying the Ducks has fallen back to earth a little bit.
But I'm still surprised overall. I mean, old man Sloth is killing it.
Old man Sloth. Andrew Bay saying 5-2 Seattle, end of second.
I love how Andrew, he's going to give us sports updates from around, not just hockey, around the sports sphere, so keep them coming.
Andrew B also saying turn off the light. We've done that.
I just turned it off.
Jack saying Garland is an answered prayer for this team. Jack, a big prayer guy. Yeah, no, he definitely is. Something this team desperately needs.
He's great.
Speedy Gaming saying Jack. Jacob saying Jack is the better of the Hughes brothers.
Oh, I thought they were talking about Jack.
That's what I thought at first too, but no.
Jack.
Sent the prayer out for Jack.
Why though? I want the comments to explain yourself. Why is Jack the better of the Hughes brothers? He hasn't. Sure, he's the center, and he may be the more dynamic and better player. I haven't seen it yet,
and
I haven't seen it yet.
And I don't even know if that's true though.
Fair
like
enough.
Honestly, like the things that Quinn Hughes can do from the back end, I don't know if Jack is the more dynamic and talented player. I really don't.
Just from like the simple dynamics of hockey, and also like who is better in their position.
Yeah,
today,
I think you're saying Quinn. And in 5 years, you can make the argument with Jack. You could say that he's going to step it up, sure, but I'm still going to go Quinn Hughes. They're at least going to be on the same level, in my opinion.
And like, how crazy is that Luke is with the New Jersey Devils?
Insane. It's absolutely insane.
We got some comments coming. Yes, keep them coming. Andrew's giving us 76ers scores. Thank you very much.
There you go. 76ers. There's the score update. Speedy Gaming saying, you know what? I'm taking a hot take on Luke. There we go.
Have you guys watched a lot of Luke in Michigan? I've only seen one Michigan game thus far this season, so like I saw him skate, but like
yeah. Danelle saying, but remember, Jack and Luke will be playing together soon on the Devils.
Yes, they'll be playing together, but they're not going to be playing on the same line. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a little bit different.
Speedy Gamer saying Luke is faster.
Okay.
Quinn said that. Now, okay, here I'm gonna little.
Oh
little
yeah, I know
sidebar.
where you're going with this.
This has always happened in the history of hockey. Whenever there's like a set of brothers in the NHL, it always seems that the two older ones typically make the NHL, and they always talk about the third brother being the best, being the most talented. PK Subban and Malcolm Subban would talk about Jordan Subban being the most talented out of all three. Where's Jordan? I don't know. The Stahl brothers, Mark Stahl and Eric Stahl at the top.
And Jordan.
And Jordan. Sorry, there's a fourth one.
Jared is the
Jared
fourth
Stahl
one.
was the fourth
He's
one.
going to be the next big Stahl.
And
Carolina, you should use a second round pick on him. He sucks.
Eric said he was more talented than he was.
Such a dud. The only reason he played in the NHL is because Carolina wanted to sell tickets one night and put all three Stahl brothers on the same line.
Hey, I'll take it. Shane saying that's a lukewarm take. Love that, Shane. By the way, I mean, I don't know if we have a slow stream, but it just seems like is it just me or does it seem like a slow game tonight?
It's a slow game. I think the stream slowed down a little bit too. There was a little choppy with our internet connection.
As I said it, the stream's just chopping out.
No, it has been. The Canucks have picked up the pace, which I like. I mean, it's evident in the goal there. They also are, widening the gap shot-wise. Connor Garland has been hands down the best player on the ice though tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Andrew B saying Luke is faster, but Quinn can shoot and Jay can't pass and he's slow. Okay. Donnell,
Scouting report. I love it, Andrew B. Thank you.
Did you see the draft when Jack was excited when there he goes. Thank you. Excited when the Devils drafted Luke and it looks like he was humping him. Don't you think? Little family love. Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's just some text issues.
There's some text. Also, I'm just not the greatest at reading comments on the. Okay, we're not going to put that comment up. Jesus Christ, folks.
Thanks, Jacob.
Jacob.
I mean, Twitch their own.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us more. Shots right now, 25 for the Canucks and 14 for the Montreal Canadiens. It's just been a hell of a night here, folks. Thank you to everybody for joining in on this live stream.
It's so funny. It started off so hot and everyone's like, wait, we can't watch the game here. All right, you know what? Fuck this game. Oh, man. Absolutely love the comments, though.
Speedy Gaming saying Luke has crazy hockey IQ. That's, for me, the biggest trait for Quinn Hughes is his hockey IQ. Is such a smart player, and I think that's going to go for all of the Hughes brothers. I don't know if you're going to find one that has a higher hockey IQ than the other.
Speedy Gaming, though, again, he's on an incredible team in Michigan right now. Like, I think actually St. Cloud is ranked higher than them right now, or Mankato, but like they're the best team in the NCAA right now as well. So there's a lot of padding around him. There's a lot of room to make mistakes. There's a lot of easy matchups. So again, do you watch a lot of Michigan games? I'm very, very curious.
Danelle saying, check the video, guys. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, trust me, I'm checking it out on the break, Danelle.
Andrew B, I don't know what he's getting at here. He's saying, Dylan, open your eyes open.
I think maybe just a shot of you for reading comments. I don't know.
Okay. And then what he said, what's just happened? That's what. So I don't know. That's what I thought he was referring to. Keep your eyes open, kind of thing. Okay.
Sometimes the pickles.
That's what I'm laughing at.
Les cornichons or what?
Oh my God. That's what he's yelling.
He's moving to cucumbers next.
Oh Jesus. Let's not think about that.
Okay, Speedy Gaming said Chewit's a great team and he's watched a few. Okay, so I believe you. I watch a lot of Minnesota NCAA. Like I watch Bemidji's my team. I've watched a bunch of St. Cloud this year as well and a little bit of Mankato, but again, haven't been watching a bunch of Michigan.
Andrew B saying Joey is cool.
Yeah, Joey on the What Lies Beneath Seattle Kraken podcast. He's going to be doing a lot more watch-alongs here as well with some Seattle Kraken games. So yeah, Joey's awesome. Joey's awesome. Down to a bottle of wine on his last live stream, and I think that there was when they played the Capitals, no one expected the Seattle Kraken to beat, let alone blow out the Capitals that night. So Joey was like, in New Orleans, I got this great moonshine. I'll take a shot every time the Seattle Kraken scored. They scored 5 goals. That game, Joey was buckled. Jesus. Buckled there with Bob Matthews trying to keep the ship afloat.
Bob Matthews is like, oh man. All Habs jumping in, saying great job, guys. Keeping the tankathon interesting. Hashtag THPN.
Rick and Amy and the whole gang at All Habs. Yeah, look, if there's any Montreal Canadiens fans here, check out All Habs on all social media, their website, their blog, their podcast. It's such an honor working with them. Thank you so much for the love. Yeah. Nothing but love here on the Hockey Podcast.
If you're a Habs fan and you don't know about All Habs, then are you really a Habs fan?
Yeah.
That should be the next poll question for this live stream.
Are you a Habs?
if are you a Habs fan if you haven't heard of the All Habs? Anyways, go check out All Habs. Great content.
Thank you very much. Around. Thank you very much.
Okay, these comments and Isha, I gotta say that was a hell of a squeak. These comments are just crazy. Danelle, this is a great comment saying, do you guys do live streams for just the Canucks or every team in the NHL? Well, this channel, the THPN YouTube channel, does live streams for every team in the NHL.
Yeah, every
different games, different teams. You're gonna find myself doing Vancouver Canucks games. That's where I'm going to be coming on and doing live streams.
Yeah, and I do Canucks games with Dylan, and I'll do every now and then I'll do some Minnesota Wild games with some of our other hosts and participants here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. For example, I think there was like a Wild and New Jersey game, which you joined us for. So I jumped on there with Neil. I cover the Minnesota Wild on the SodaPod podcast. So I know just as much about the Wild as I do the Vancouver Canucks, but we tend to do them on teams that we know a lot about. That way, when a bunch of fans get into the chat and there's just some
they want to ask questions, right?
Yeah, and insider knowledge to at least one of the teams playing, it makes for a better show. And we're not pros like Neil Villapiano who can jump on any goddamn team.
Not even close.
Yeah,
not even close. The guy's watching us right now laughing. He's laughing at us.
Oh, I know he is.
All right.
Andrew B not happy that All Habs is in the chat, but hey, Andrew B, All Habs is a beauty.
We're smack dab in the middle of the game, by the way. 10 minutes left in the second.
And look
period.
At the shots from the Vancouver Canucks. It's so funny because the last few minutes of it was almost 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of the first period. It was all Habs doing exactly what the Canucks have been doing to the Habs thus far. I say that the Habs are on an incredible opportunity right there. Demko getting out of his net, stopping the puck, which ringed off the backboards. And I've seen plays in today's day and age of the NHL where whether it's intentional or not, goalies have to be wary about the rebound from the boards these days. We've seen a couple goals in the last decade of the pucks ringing off the boards, hitting the goalie in the back or the back of the pad sliding in, or a player just pouncing off of that play. So smart by Demko to quickly crowd it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Andrew coming in saying, how's Neil doing these days?
Neil's good. You missed him at the beginning of the stream. He was here, not on camera, but he was in the comments. He actually got a prediction, and he thinks Vancouver's going to win 5-4 in overtime. I don't know how many more goals are going to be scored in this one. It's only a 2-1 game.
Jacob saying, can you buy me more pickles?
Jacob, if you win... If you win the contest, I'll send you some Vlasics.
Well, I was going to say, Jacob, there's some stores that sell those pickles, but they're reusable for what you want to use them for. Anyways,
there you go.
Teaching the nation, one comment at a time. Josh Deming saying, drop a like and a sub for these beauties. There we go.
Thank you very much, Josh.
Josh jumping in after we were ripping on him earlier on in the stream.
Yeah, Josh, what the hell?
Come in.
A little drive-by here, leaving us,
drive-by comments and
leaving us out here to dry. What is this?
Leaving us here with Jacob and his pickles. Come on, man.
Oh, man. At least we're not stuck with Vlasic. Poor Sharks.
True. The Sharks are doing all right, though. That's the scary part. They're doing a lot better than the Vancouver Canucks with Jonathan Dahlen over there ripping it up.
Man. See, another thing about Jim Benning.
Jacob, I see your comments, buddy.
Yeah, we're reading them all, okay?
When you see us laugh and we don't put a comment up, it's probably yours. Josh ripping on me. We weren't really ripping on you. We just said you kind of did a drive-by commenting, come in the stream, do a little comment.
Give us a view, then leave. What is this?
Hey, I'll take it, though. Thank you, Josh.
Did Josh get his prediction in? No, he didn't. Josh, you didn't even get your prediction in.
Guy's slacking. Danelle saying, did you hear that Mika Koivu would be the first Wild player to have his number retired? Same with Rick Nash for the Blue Jackets and Pekka Rinne for the Predators for teams that came out in the late 90s.
Can I jump on this one?
Jump on it.
Okay.
Jump on it.
So Rick Nash for the Blue Jackets, well-deserved.
Yeah.
I think Rick Nash, he was so good in his prime for the Blue Jackets. It's just shame that the rest of the hockey world didn't get to see him that much or care because the Blue Jackets were they made the playoffs once with Rick Nash.
Yeah.
Once. So I think he deserves it. Pekka Rinne 100% deserves it with the Nashville Predators as well. He's their best player they have ever had to now. And I think Roman Josi, he'll challenge that down the road. Well-deserved. Mikko Koivu, not only best player, but elite player. Mikko Koivu, in my opinion, and again, Wild Twitter, Wild Nation, they don't like this. They don't like this at all. He is Ring of Honor worthy. He's not jersey retirement worthy. He's one of the best players that the Wild have had, yes, but he's a second-line two-way center. That's what he is, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I loved Mikko for that. But that's what he is. If the Wild are going to have that be the first jersey they retired, that sets the bar. That sets the precedent, and that bar is set low.
Yeah, so all you have to be
he's Ring of Honor.
No, exactly. So all you have to be to get your jersey retired in Minnesota is be a really good second liner.
Yeah, and he was so much more to Minnesota and the crest and the franchise. But do you retire jerseys because of that? I don't believe you do. I think that's something for Ring of Honor. Now, Danelle, you'll like this. And it's official Adidas and everything on my podcast on the Soda Pod. I bought my co-host a number 9 CBJ Cannon official Adidas jersey, and we're going to retire it live on our podcast just to mess with the Minnesota Wild Twitter there.
There we go.
So there you go. There's my little rant.
Josh,
Thank you,
getting his prediction in 3-1 Canucks.
Josh, it's not because you can't eat gluten. I didn't know that, nor do I care.
Jacob, I see your comments. Speedy saying this is a bit late, but Luke has 15 points in 16 games, also 7 goals.
Jeez, okay, I'm bringing up Michigan's stats right now.
There we go. Andrew B saying little Josh.
Josh, my little brother Joshua.
little brother Josh. Josh saying shots fired, Koivu, you second line center.
He knows it. He's read the comments.
Jacob, 3.
I'm just going 1. I don't
You
think
have no faith.
I don't think you're that crazy, Jacob.
Danelle saying, did you just say that you got a Adidas Blue Jackets Canada
With Koivu number 9, and we're gonna retire it live on our podcast just to troll Minnesota Wild Twitter.
Love it. Love it.
There's Romanov. What a beauty.
What a beauty.
Love that player, man. Can't stand the Habs. Love that player.
No,
Dude, textbook example of what I was saying. Like, man, he's something else.
Jacob saying only 3. Come back to us with some results.
No, don't. Thanks everyone popping in the live stream. By the way, get your goal prediction or your score prediction, just the outcome of this game in the live YouTube chat. Tell us who you think is going to win and what the score is going to be for a chance to win a THPN custom merch t-shirt. We cut entries 5 minutes into the third period, so you still got some time. You got a whole intermission.
Got a whole intermission show. And you got the first couple minutes of the third period.
And it's been a show.
It's been a show. I'll tell you that.
What's awesome is we have a good group who's just been here from the beginning, and I imagine they're going to be here till the end.
And we needed it because, like we said, not the most entertaining game tonight. The Canucks and Habs basement brawl, like we mentioned before. So we needed a good comment, a good live comment here. So I'm loving it.
Andrew B, I think the 76ers will win it. Are you a 76ers fan, Andrew B? Let us know.
Janelle saying, hey guys, be honest. Everyone loves that Cannon jersey of the Blue Jackets. People had said that it should be their primary jersey and have an away version of it. Or do you guys like the jersey?
It should be primary 100%. They should have an away version, I think, as well. I love it. I think it's one of the best jerseys in the National Hockey League. And it's a shame because their main jersey, it's fine. It's meh. I mean, they haven't had a good history of good jerseys, though, but I love that blue Cannon. It's blue and cream.
Yeah, okay. That is
so
the blue
sick.
and cream color is definitely the best in my opinion.
I love the Cannon crest. I know it's not super simple, and Don Taylor in Vancouver will say if a kid can't draw it, it's not a good crest. Well, Columbus and the Cannon, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Jacob, I'm not buying you any.
Jacob, again, if you win the goal prediction, I'll buy you some Velocity
pickles. You can sell it, and then you sell the shirt you get for mounds of profit, and then you can buy as many as you
can
want.
go to Save On Foods, pick it up. I'll pre-order it for you. Andrew B, 93, about to go to overtime.
Andrew B saying, I think I am a fan.
Oh.
You're a fan now. Wow.
You're a fan of the 76ers. Let's go.
Oh, I thought he meant us.
I know Andrew B is a fan of us.
Okay, love it.
The best is when Nick Berlansky goes, "Where's Isha and Dylan?" Nick's like, "Oh, sorry." There was that one fan, our friend Horchata. He's not here. He's not here today.
Our friend Horchata.
Is that his name on Twitter, Horchata?
I think so.
Canucks and Horchata.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually.
Yeah, he was asking Nick Berlansky to tell us who his favorite out of us were, and Nick's like, nope, not touching that one.
Right. I think I caught wind of that one. Yeah. Jacob saying bet. There you go. There you go, Jacob.
Ooh, look, Romanov getting a little tussle there. Chasing
coming any closer. I think he's going for a kiss.
To Foley, man, as a Canucks fan, I just wish he was here instead of Tanner Pearson. He's a damn good player. Should we take a quick little break here as it looks like the TV broadcast is going to a break as well? All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. On the other side, keep those comments coming. We will be back here live on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. And we are back, and the puck has dropped. So there you go. Good timing, Dylan.
Andrew B. I'm
love
always
it.
a fan of all of you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
There we go.
Andrew, keep dancing. Yeah, I know Andrew likes the tunes we play during our breaks here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Again, for those who are watching, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. We really appreciate it. We have watch-alongs every single day of the week here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Drop a like on the video as well. Every Canucks game you'll find, well, not every Canucks game, but on Canucks games, a select few, at least once a week. Dylan and I jump on a Canucks watch-along, and I jump on a bunch of Minnesota Wild ones as well. But we have great hosts here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. If you're jonesing for hockey content, check us out, the Hockey Podcast Network.com. We have a podcast covering every team in the National Hockey League, plus a whole hell of a lot more. I mean, Terry Ryan right now is filming a project, very hockey-based TV show, and you can get all the behind-the-scenes interviews with all the fellow actors. I mean, another one with
the connections that Terry has.
It's
just
amazing.
Jumping in. It's ridiculous.
I mean, Marasti's coming back on his podcast again. He's one of the Marasti's legendary, Nasty Marasti, one of the best fighters.
Terry's dealing with hotel Wi-Fi right now, but he'll get it figured out.
He'll get it figured out. But so if you're a fan of Terry Ryan and a whole hell of a lot more, check us out, thehockeypodcastnetwork.com.
Sorry, Isha. Just a little bit distracted right now, making sure I do my part and buy my 50-50 tickets. So
Oh, yes. What is it at right now, the Canucks 50-50?
71,000.
It's insane.
Yeah, and this is an away game, right?
Well, it's an away game. That one's a little lower, much like our stream tonight. Not the chat's not as buzzing as it usually is. I mean, again, 4:30 start for people out here on the West Coast. I mean, literally half of the Canucks fans are still at work. Then they got 2 hours to drive home from work.
Yeah.
So hopefully things pick up a little bit later. But again, the game hasn't done us any favors. Yes, the Vancouver Canucks are up 2-1. Great goals, respectively, but just a boring game overall. Andrew B, I'm having a decaf coffee. I know you're a big coffee guy, Andrew B.
Big coffee guy up in the house.
I'm having a Lions Winter Ale, Granville Island Brewing. Shout out Granville Island Brewing. You're not an island, but I love your brewery.
I'm wishing I had a Red Bull.
To keep us through this.
Might need something more.
At this point, Dylan's not even a coffee drinker, and he'll probably shove some of that down.
Honestly, I probably would at this point.
31 shots to 19. And again, I shouldn't complain because the Vancouver Canucks are up in this game, Dylan. But again, I look at the shots and I look at the play, and it's like it's not necessarily reflective. As
They're not matching up.
They're not dominating. There's spurts of it where they'll hold the Canadians from not shooting. But right now, it's in the last 5 or so minutes, it's been all Canadians.
Like I said before, with these shots from the Canucks, it seems very quantity over quality. How many quality scoring chances have the Canucks had this game? They've had a couple, but it doesn't match up to the 31 shots on net that they've had so far. And there's still, a period and 3 minutes to go in this game.
Man, I thought the Canadians would have a little bit more, I guess, jump in their game. Not that they aren't bringing the physicality, not that they're not bringing speed and the whole 9 yards. But as I said,
je ne sais quoi.
Very good. As I said in the, I guess we can't say that anymore. He's not with the team.
Yeah, I guess so.
As I said in the beginning, speaking of Bergevin, like the whole management was cut. Now, does that affect the players? Directly? Maybe not. I don't know how much Bergevin's involved. He seems like he's a big room guy. He's like.
Like to have a couple beers with the boys.
Contributes to that element with this team. But I thought maybe they would just play with something to prove. Like, we've had everything gutted, but we still want to play for that crest and show that though their season is lost, that they have the respect of the fans, and that when the fans come to the Bell Center, they actually have a good product to see.
Isha,
right now, I don't know if they're really bringing that for the fans.
Isha, I just think this Montreal Canadiens team is that bad.
Yeah. Like that could be it.
I just really even if this Montreal Canadiens team is overperforming, they're going to be losing games.
Man, Corey Perry's not even on this team anymore. He's with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
That's what did it. Speedy Gaming, I'm back.
What's up, Speedy Gaming? Welcome back.
Shane actually chiming in on that beer, saying I had that beer yesterday. Great beer. I'm a fan of flavorful ales.
I gave him a beer yesterday.
There we go. Let's put 2 and 2 together.
What's cool about it is it's a chocolate ale. And it's dark, but it's not a chocolate stout. So if you're not into the heavy beers, this one's actually really good. It's sweet enough for those who are not super into dark beer. They could probably enjoy it. Shoot, man, this is what got me into craft beer, or one of the few anyways. I remember in college, my buddy Jake, he ordered like 3 flats of it to last him the whole school year because he didn't want to drink anything else, and you can only get it around Christmas time.
Right. Makes sense. Andrew saying, you are so good, so handsome, and so cool. And Neil and Dylan is the rock on here, and my man Josh and Isha.
Wait, so who's the handsome one?
I don't know. It's not one of us two. I'll tell you that. Tell you that for free. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in this second period of just a thriller of a hockey game. This is why we're fans of the sport, folks.
And it's like my old school hockey wants to come out and be like, well, let's see at least a fight, boys, for the fans. Get entertaining. But like the Canucks have no one who can fight. And shoot, do the Canadiens have anyone who can fight?
Not really.
Does Ben Sherratt fight?
I don't know if he does, to be quite honest with you.
I see the emojis, Jacob.
Yeah, we see the comment.
That's more than 3.
That is more than 3. Yeah, just not a lot going on last few minutes here in the second period.
Could you imagine, like, even if some of our contributors here on the network, they do a lot of play-by-play for the game, really comment exactly on what's going on pretty much every second of the game. We like to make sure that the comments drive the stream. But even so, if we were doing the whole play-by-play route here, Dylan, I mean, could be a dog's breakfast.
Dog's breakfast of a game. Speedy saying Garland can fight and Galley can fight.
Put it this way. Sure, maybe they can literally fight, but they are not fighters on this team. I'm sorry, they're not Rick Rippon here. Rick Rippon's the only undersized guy that I'll give confidence going up against the likes of Hal Gill. Yeah, rest in peace. Not that Hal Gill's in the league, but he fought Hal Gill.
Andrew, 76.
Hey, there you go. I'm glad your team won because I guess you are a fan.
There we go. All right. Who was skating up the ice now? Not Ben Sherratt.
Dirty Ben Sherratt.
Alex Chason. Who, is virtually invisible when it's not a Canucks power play. Alex Chason.
Which is hilarious to even utter.
Yeah. Andrew B saying Shane is the handsome one. None of the above. He's never even seen Shane.
Yeah, Andrew, what a compliment to Shane.
Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that you might be I
don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know. Anyways.
I don't think we've had any Shanes do watch-alongs on the network.
Shots this period, 21 for the Vancouver Canucks, 11 for the Montreal Canadiens.
Jacob, and that's it. That's it for the period.
Well, wow.
Yeah, this hasn't been an exciting game. Despite the 2-1 goal advantage for the Vancouver Canucks.
Great save by Demko there, showing the replay. Kick save. That might be the most exciting part of the game.
Demko's made 3 really good highlight saves. And what a hit there on Tyler Mott. Damn, the poor guy coming off injury.
Romanov, like you mentioned before.
Dude, he's a wrecking ball, man.
Wrecking ball. Call this man Miley Cyrus.
Romanov has never even had to try the gas. Imagine when he's on the gas in the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
Or other things. They're Olympic athletes. They got nothing to lose here. Stenanazole? Is that the steroid?
I don't know.
Stenanazole.
You tell me. All right, that's it for the second period. Jacob, I see your comments. He's
trying to test us there, Jacob.
Test us, and we're not falling for it here. Quick little breakdown in the second intermission. We'll talk some more contests and what we got going on. Maybe some THPN merch.
We'll run down the poll question.
Yep, we got some stuff.
As soon as more people enter, then we're gonna go check out the contest, whatever. Because we do have 1 intermission left and 5 minutes into the third period before we cut the contest. We will be back in a post-game show to run down just our thoughts on the game and as well announce a winner of the contest. We don't have too many entries, but a lot of them predict high-scoring games.
Interesting.
Yeah. So right now, there's only one that is out, Front Row Productions. If you're still here, I'm sorry. He's the 2-1 Habs victory. Can't happen because it's 2-1 Vancouver Canucks right now. So
there you have it.
So there you go. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Hang tight. We will be back on the other side. Like Dylan said, poll question, thoughts on the period, and the whole 9 yards here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, Vancouver Canucks, Montreal Canadiens.
Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah. I hear him chopping the noise. Move too quick, can't stop.
9:30.
Oh my God.
And we are back live here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Thanks to everyone riding shotgun with us throughout this stream. We love sitting back here and watching these games with you here tonight. Vancouver Canucks, Montreal Canadiens. If you're a Vancouver Canucks fan, well, hey, Pettersson scored. It's been a pretty good game. They're up 2-1. But that's just the thing. They're only up 2-1. And I don't care who the Canucks are playing. When you're up just by one goal, that's not good.
No, it's not a good lead for the Vancouver Canucks. They need 3 or 4 to even be semi-comfortable. We got some comments coming in through the intermission break there.
Let's get to them. It's a comment-driven live stream.
Saying, who is your guys besides Dylan and Neil?
Are you talking about the people on the watchalongs? Like,
I think so.
We have, again, hosts covering every team in the National Hockey League. So there's so many. But Nick Berlansky covers the Pittsburgh Penguins. Joey Cirillo, he does Seattle Kraken. We have Ryan from the Sarcastic Review, does Dallas Stars. Josh, little Joshua, jumps on.
Brother Joshua.
He does Red Wings as well. I mean, I'm missing a few. Bob Matthews is Capitals.
Yeah.
Richard was on the other night doing the Capitals as well. So there's so many hosts.
Andrew B saying, Dylan, are you a fan of WWE or MMA? Nope.
Andrew,
UFC.
MMA is UFC.
Yeah.
I'm the MMA guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big combat sport guy. Andrew B saying Kevin B is so good. Yeah, Kevin BX is
I was like, is this someone on a network?
oh no.
No, Kevin BX is awesome. He was my favorite Canuck during that era of Canucks. I loved him.
Danelle saying, who do you think is the most Root fans in the NHL? For me, gotta go with the Flyers, Penguins, and Bruins. I mean, Danelle, I think like
You
Flyers, yeah.
Philly
I mean,
scumbags.
I think you probably nailed it. I mean, for me though, I mean, I can't say I haven't been to Boston, I haven't been to Philadelphia, I haven't been to Pittsburgh and experienced these fan bases, but I gotta just go with the Flyers from everything that I've heard.
Anecdotal evidence, though. We've heard some people who've gone to Flyers games, both Flyers fans, Pittsburgh fans going to Flyers games, and just some people we work with who said they got cussed out by like an 11-year-old girl in the parking lot.
Yeah, saying some unspeakable words. So there you go.
And he had no skin in the game. He was going there just a general fan. I don't even think the guy had a jersey.
The guy had an NHL hat on.
Oh, I love it.
But Donnell, tell us, who do you think, other than those, are the Rudis fans?
Okay, Dylan, out of Canadian markets, who do you think are the Rudis fans?
Out of Canadian, I would probably see. Here's the other thing: are we talking like online presence?
No,
or
in arena.
In arena. Okay, so Vancouver, I'm going to say is not on that list.
No.
That's tough. And I say this in a good way. The Montreal Canadiens fans.
Yeah. Because they're the savages.
They're savage, passionate.
Les Savages.
That's the show in town. It's the only show in town. And again, I don't say it in a bad way, but I'm going with the Canadiens.
Calgary is kind of like Vancouver. They're great. I love the fan base there. My first few NHL games, actually, Danelle, were in the Saddle Dome. Yes, I had the dome foams, the heroin beers. I was down for the count. Don't remember the game, but I remember it was a great experience. Maybe
that's what Donnell was wondering.
Maybe Edmonton also have a pretty ravaged fan base because they've just they got like PTSD with what they've had to go through, post Gretzky era.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Andrew Bay saying Neil is handsome. There you go, Neil
he's a dashing guy.
Getting some shout outs there.
I mean, speaking of jerseys too, because I know Donnell's a big jersey guy. Neil has quite the jersey collection as well across all the sports, which is cool.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. I think I only have 2 jerseys outside of hockey. Actually 3. I got my local lacrosse team. I have a Kevin Garnett Boston Celtics, which I don't know why I bought that in high school, but I did.
Shit happens.
It was my party shirt. Whenever in high school, Isha had a couple drinky poos, because Garnett's jersey came on. And then I have I had the St. Louis Blues.
Right.
Old St. Louis Blues jersey. I guess that's hockey related.
Possibly game worn.
That's hockey related. Yeah. What's the other one I have? I have a BC Lions CFL jersey. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Victoria Royals as well.
Yeah. I have Victoria Royals. But outside of hockey, it's just the Garnett and
Donnell saying maybe for Canadian team, the most Root fans got to go with the Canadians and Maple Leafs. You're probably right. Yeah. You're probably right with those two.
Maple Leafs, it's weird because the fans that go to Maple Leafs games are upper class.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And,
so it's just different. Like they're in suits or they're just like spoiled brats.
Yeah, and you can kind of say the same. I don't know if it's directly the same, but, in Vancouver Canucks games, it is also very corporate. So that does affect the atmosphere. Shane saying I have a DeMar DeRozan and a Burrows jersey.
I know Shane, poor Shane. He bought the DeRozan. I mean, it's not poor Shane because DeRozan's Shane's favorite player and he always will be, especially at the time with the Raptors. But Shane got that jersey. Then it was the next year that DeRozan was traded.
Yeah. I was trying to buy a jersey as a Christmas gift for my nephew. And, it's so tough because in basketball, the players are changing every year.
Yeah.
And I figured, what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter if I finally find a jersey with a guy that's still on the same team because in 6 months he's probably gone anyways.
Yeah.
I ended up finding a Steph Curry one, so I think I'm pretty safe.
You can't even pick LeBron because he's been bouncing around, right?
Yeah.
Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, and now the LA Lakers. But I don't think Steph Curry's going anywhere. He's going to if he goes anywhere, he's going to do one last legacy season with the Raptors because his dad, I'm pretty sure his dad played for the Raptors.
Okay.
And his wife's Canadian.
Right.
So there is a Canadian connection. He has a house in Toronto. I know that.
Yeah. And, even if he does move on, everyone's going to know him as a Golden State Warrior. So safe bet.
What a legendary. The team's not legendary right now. They may have one more good run in them with Curry if, Thompson can get back. But yeah.
Andrew B saying, any thoughts on the Montreal firings yesterday? I mean, it was inevitable. I think like it was going to happen. You look at the record; they're not playing well right now, and I don't think there's a lot of. I don't want to say there's not a lot of hope for the future, but I just don't think that Mark Bergevin has built this team where the organization wants it to be. I don't know if there's. Look at this team in 2-3 years. Where do you think the Canadiens are going to be? I personally don't know. And I think that's what ownership is saying, that we don't know either. And we need someone to give us more of a direction.
They don't have enough. They have some great prospects in the pool. They don't have enough to build a team around moving forward. Now, Nick Suzuki, hell of a player.
Yep.
He could be elite, but you're really putting all your chips in Nick Suzuki? I wouldn't. And I don't think the Canadiens want to. Mark Bergevin, I will say, it was almost 6 years ago where we thought he was going to be fired. He brought in Alex Semin. Remember that didn't work out. And then he brought in Radulov. I was critical of him because I was like, really? Washed up Radulov. He's not going to do what he's doing in the KHL. He already had his 2 runs in the National Hockey League. Kind of fucked it up with Nashville, right? Drinking and missing, drinking late with Kostitsyn. There's a whole sub story there. And then missing was late for a game or something like that. Anyways, in the playoffs. Missing curfew or something like that, and then went back to the KHL. He ripped it up in the KHL, but when he came back with the Canadiens, he had an unbelievable year. The Canadiens made the playoffs. Radulov, since then, obviously moved to the Dallas Stars. But I think that year, that success year where the Canadiens went from, Bergevin might lose his job to one last run where he makes some moves to bring in Radulov and shape that team a little bit more. They had success. He was able to keep his job.
Another name I just want to toss in there. You said Radulov. Ilya Kovalchuk was a Montreal Canadian at one point for about 22 games. Lots of people.
And then he went with the Caps and then the Kings at one point too.
Yeah, so he went to Kings for 2 seasons, then Montreal, then the Capitals for 7 games, where he put up 4 points in 7 games, which is pretty unbelievable. I just want to get to a couple comments.
Yeah, keep them coming, folks. It's a comment-driven live stream, and if you haven't gotten your predictions yet in this game. 5 minutes into the third period, we're cutting the contest. Get your predictions. It tells you who thinks is going to win this game and the score for a chance to win a THPN custom merch t-shirt.
Danelle is saying, if you watch the NFL, the most rude fans have got to be the Patriots, Eagles, Cowboys, and Steelers. Heard a lot of things about Patriots fans over the years.
Man, we're up here in Canada, and because of Tom Brady, and respect to Tom Brady, I'm not a huge Patriots fan. I'm not a huge NFL fan. Follow the Seahawks because they're close to home. But I can see that because a lot of people who aren't Seahawks fans in Canada, unless you're in Manitoba, you're very much a Patriots fan, I feel like. So look, all my friends up here in Canada, they're all Patriots fans. I get it. Again, for those who are just joining the live stream, welcome. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. We have watch-alongs every single day of the week. Drop a like on the video and get your prediction in to get into the contest. Tell us who you think is going to win this game and what the score is going to be.
Shane talking some more hoops, saying Lowry said he might sign a 1-day deal with the Raptors so he could retire a Raptor.
I don't like that though. We see it in the NHL that's happened recently. What was it? Who was the player who was
it's on the tip of my tongue.
He was with St. Louis and then went back to oh man, I forget.
I can't remember.
It happened recently. At the start of this season, there was a player, and forgive me, everybody, I forget the name, but I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like it.
Go back for 1 season and then retire there,
I agree. I'm going to see if I can find it here quickly.
I have his face.
Zajac?
It wasn't Zajac.
Well, he did that with the New Jersey Devils.
Okay, so don't like that.
Backus.
David Backus. That's who it was.
David Backus.
Was playing with Boston, got bought out or whatever it was, retired, and then, signed the 1 deal with St. Louis.
And one of the articles that come up, why 1-day NHL contracts are stupid. So there you go.
There you go. That's my thoughts altogether. There's a better headline that came out recently, though, in Vancouver, courtesy of the Georgia Straight publication. The headline of the article was, after yet another year of suffering, it has come to this point where Vancouver Canucks fans say, fuck off, Vancouver Canucks.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
I mean, that was
beautiful.
It wasn't verbatim, but it was pretty much that.
There we go. Andrew B on the Seahawks, talking some Seahawks.
Oh man, the Seahawks suck this year.
Yeah.
Wilson's gonna be gone.
Rough year for the Seahawks. Rough year. Well, I guess not. Seattle Kraken being a new team is exciting, but a rough year for sports in the Pacific Northwest right now.
The Mariners did okay. I mean, the baseball team towards the end of the season, they gave a push. The Mariners have been absolute. Again, I'm not an MLB fan, but the Mariners have been absolute shit for as long as I can remember. Kendra, what up? Okay, the chat's gonna fire up now. Kendra,
It's over, folks.
welcome to the stream. Ken you and Dylan. I don't know what that means, but Kendra, get your goal prediction in. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, we can't.
Oh man.
Thank you for jumping in. Like you
I haven't seen
said.
Kendra for a few weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks. So good to have them back.
Good to
in streaming.
reconnect.
Good to reconnect. Absolutely. Good to reconnect with old friends. Donnell saying Travis Zajac did do it recently, like I mentioned. Not sure if he'll have his number retired by them. No, I wouldn't think so.
I mean, Koivu's getting his number retired by the Wild, so
Yeah, but the Wild are a different animal.
is Scott Stevens' number retired?
I couldn't tell you.
I hope not.
Donnell might know.
I hope not. Like, I don't know. I don't even think he should be in the Hall of Fame. The guy was
They retired
scumbag.
his jersey, but with Korea's number.
Oh my
That's me.
God.
That's me.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I like defense. I like old school hockey, but there's a line between trying to kill somebody
Yeah.
and playing dirty hockey.
Yeah.
I have no respect for Scott Stevens.
No, me neither. And yeah, that was a bad joke, but I grew up being a huge Paul Kariya fan. So
Well, like Marty McSorley too. I got no respect for him for what he's done.
Yeah.
Like he literally tried to decapitate someone.
Yeah, it's insane. Andrew B saying Kevin Backus is so dumb.
It's David Backus.
Yeah, there we go.
And he's not dumb.
He's not dumb.
He had a hell of a career.
Yeah, he made a lot more money than any of
Oh,
us
man.
sitting on this stream.
But I don't know if Boston's still paying him or if they bought him out, but he's probably still making money.
Oh, he's making that Boston money. Ain't Boston pizza money, I'll tell you that.
Oh no. Trillivan, he's making that Boston pizza money.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Daddy.
The Calgary Flames, yeah.
Oh,
Here, Donnell. Yes, Scott Stevens' number is retired by the Devils. He's one of the top defensemen of all time.
look
Yeah,
again, he was one of the top defensemen of all time and stuff, but I don't like how he played defense.
Yeah.
And again, I'm old school. That's not old school. That was
that's
dirty.
dirty. That is dirty.
And not dirty as us Canadians say, oh, look at that dirty play, bud. No. Like
Donnell-
dirty as bad.
Donnell, Scott Stevens is a Hall of Famer.
And again, I don't agree. Like, how is McGillney not in the Hall of Fame, but Scott Stevens is?
Great
Makes
question.
no sense.
That's a
Makes
great
no
question.
sense.
Well, the period has started here, folks.
It's gonna be a long one, folks.
It's going to be a long period. And hey, the score's close. It's a 2-1 game. There is a chance that we see an overtime. There is a chance that we see a shootout in this game tonight.
Which I'm okay with that. I don't hate the shootout. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't. A lot of people rip on it. And my thing is, if you can't get it done in 2021, 3-on-3, you deserve to go to the shootout.
Yeah. Poglander in the penalty
High
box.
sticking 38 seconds in.
Yeah, not a good look. Shane saying they were thinking about what Lowry's statue should be. I think taking charge since he led the league in charges taken for some years.
Shane, you want to build a statue of Kyle Lowry?
Donnell saying yes, I know, but the Devils played the trap back in the day. If you guys remember, yes,
No,
they.
I know.
Yeah.
There's other teams that played trap games and have not tried to take people's heads off with their elbows.
Yeah, another great.
Look,
point.
Donnell, love you, man. Respect you, man. But no one's going to change my mind about Scott Stevens, especially because, like, we're Vancouver guys. Paul Kariya is our boy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Local.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, here comes the prediction from Shane.
Where's the sound?
Hey,
Lock it in.
That's Shane might think it's a safe pick, but I think it's a slightly risky pick.
Empty nets. Empty nets going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, he thinks there's going to be no more goals scored in this game, and I don't know. There's, we talked about the quality of chances maybe not being super high, but there has been quite a few shots on net, so I feel like there's a chance of one or two more popping in into the twine.
And there have been spurts in this game where the Montreal Canadiens have been able to move the puck well in the offensive zone. They have 1 more minute left on the power play. If they can carry that success over to this power play here, then that could be dangerous to the Canucks. By the way, Sami Niku, what a salad. That guy's got hair longer than I do, Dylan.
And that's saying a lot, folks.
Number 15, Sami Niku.
Sami Niku. How are you?
Talks about them moving the puck well. They ain't moving the puck well right now, Dylan.
And the Vancouver Canucks, hey, decent on the penalty kill.
Decent.
Donnell saying I hate the shootout. Everybody don't like it. People just prefer
not
overtime.
everybody, Donnell. I'm somebody, and I like the shootout. By the way, Donnell, I have a question for you. Who is the best shootout player in NHL history?
Oh, I know where this is going. Andrew saying Sean Avery is so awful. I don't understand him. He's just as dirty as Tom Wilson. Yeah.
I think Tom Wilson's dirtier. Sean Avery is just a character, man.
Yeah, and who cares about Sean Avery?
Yeah, his podcast is funny though.
Harpreet saying the final score will be 3-2 Canucks.
Harpreet, right in
go.
the nick of time. We have 2 more minutes to get your predictions in for anybody joining us now. Harpreet, thank you for chiming in and entering the contest.
Harpreet then saying Ovechkin.
Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer of all time, baby.
There you go.
But he's not the best shootout player of all time.
And then Jacob saying Sidney Crosby right after.
Not quite.
Tit for tat there. Eye for an eye situation.
He's 80%. 80% in shootouts. Maybe that's too big of a clue, but
okay. We're still talking about the shootouts here.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think you even mentioned it last time we did a stream too.
Probably.
Yeah, you did.
It's the only thing I got on shootouts.
He's always got that in his back pocket.
Good guess, Danelle, but no dice.
Franz Nielsen Danelle said Jack saying TJ Oshie.
TJ Oshie in the fucking Olympics. Yeah, because they ride him I think he scored 3 or 4 goals in that one shootout. No, but it's Petteri Nummelen for the Minnesota Wild. He actually played as a partner with Mark Parrish, so Mark Parrish knows him well. Very, very flashy defender. Didn't play a lick of defense, but when you put him on the shootout, 80%, 8 for 10, the highest shootout percentage in National Hockey League history. Petteri motherfucking Nummelen.
Unbelievable.
Nobody even knows who he is.
Yeah. Andrew saying Backstrom. No, it's not Backstrom.
Backstrom, he can pass.
But he ain't no shooter.
He ain't no shooter.
Shooter's going to shoot.
Good guess, though, guys. Franz Nielsen, silky hands, especially when he's with Detroit there. TJ Oshie, yeah.
Harpreet saying Garland is really good.
Garland has been one of the best players for the Vancouver Canucks this season. He's got a goal tonight. Harpreet, thanks for joining the stream, by the way. Really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and like the video. We love the support here. And if you like watch-alongs, especially Canucks ones, Dylan and I will be jumping on at least one Canucks stream every week. And we have streams pretty much every day of the week here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel.
Jack saying got to have a minimum attempt requirement. And, that's
God, Jack.
Hey, I mean, all these guys that are continuously taking shootout shots in their career, they're not going to come close to that 8 out of 10 that fucking Nummelen had.
But still, okay.
It is impressive, though.
Jack, do some research for me on the fly. Who has more than 10 shootouts right now in the National Hockey League? Who's participated in 10 right now? I mean, there's probably some Ovechkin and those, and maybe even Crosby, who are pushing 15. But again, the game doesn't go to shootout that much. Even in the last decade, it hasn't gone to shootout that much.
Well, even take some of the best players and look at their last 10 shootouts.
There you go. Do that. Terry Nummelen still is going to
Jack,
wipe them clean.
Jack, you got some homework.
Jack likes homework.
Yeah.
He's in school right now. I just got to get Harpreet's
snap stick of the point for the Montreal Canadiens. It might have been a good attempt there.
All right, last call. I know there's not probably anybody new here, but last call to get your goal prediction, your score predictions in, and tell us who to win this game. You have a chance to win some THPN merch, a t-shirt in particular.
Yes. 30 seconds left to enter the contest. Jack said Breadman is second on the list, 63%, 27 shots.
What about his last 10 games, Jack?
Yeah, 63% at 27. That's pretty damn good.
No, it's pretty good. Petteri Nummelen good?
Not quite. Nothing's Petteri Nummelen good, but
Harpreet's saying here they need to make JT captain. Honestly, I love Bo, but based on the last 2 seasons, I wouldn't mind it. Sometimes you need to change. Big Joe got his captaincy stripped.
Here's the problem and I want him to be, but is JT Miller in the long-term plans of the Vancouver Canucks?
Is he a Minnesota Wild come deadline?
There you go.
That's the question.
That's the $1 million question.
The Wild want him.
Yeah,
they do.
There's a lot of teams that I think want JT Miller. So I think that the Minnesota Wild are definitely an option because that center position. I feel like he would make the most impact on that team. But again, I think there's 5 or 6 teams that would probably be calling on JT Miller.
Their best centers are Victor Rask and Eriksson Ek.
So they they don't need center depth then. Montreal Canadiens heading to the penalty box. Tripping is the call.
Evans, don't know what his first name is, but
Evans.
a little dirty trip there on Elias Pettersson. You like that play-by-play?
I'm about to say something, but there we go. Jack saying power play. Here we go. Janelle asking us if we like the Atlanta Thrashers logo.
I do. I like the logo, the color of the jersey.
Nah. Logo, I don't love it.
It's a fine logo.
It's like whatever. Yeah. So we'll go
more
with that.
AHL style, I think.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
But for some reason, seeing Big Buff, Kovalchuk, even Heatley in that Atlanta, like just maybe just the nostalgic vibes.
Tobias Enstrom.
Yeah, Toby Enstrom,
Ray
man.
Ferraro.
Dude, Toby Enstrom, loved that player.
Yeah,
loved him when he was in Winnipeg. Loved him when he was in Atlanta.
Offensive defenseman, but yeah, he could skate. He could put up points. Yeah, it's just funny to think that there are players that are still playing in the league that, were on the Atlanta Thrashers.
Vander Kane.
Jackson, I love the alternate shoulder patch from Atlanta. Yes, I think I know the one.
I'm looking it up because I don't remember.
Yeah, I know which one. It's kind of like a V looking thing almost.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
It's a good looking logo.
Sick. Honestly, I like those jerseys more.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree with Jack. I like that logo more.
That reminds me of Ray Ferraro. I look at that and I think Ray.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Canucks on the power play here, moving the puck fairly well.
Pedersen's in his house.
They're not getting clean shots on the net here.
Well, he passed to, I don't know who he's trying to pass to. Bo Horvat was in the slot. He had 2 men on him, so I don't know where that cross-ice pass was going.
Andrew saying, yo, you skipped me, then saying 7-4. Yeah, Andrew, I apologize. We're in the middle of a power play here in the Canucks game.
Andrew, we never try to skip your comments.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, 22 seconds left on the power play for the Vancouver Canucks. Seen some good puck movement, but now things are starting to fall apart a little bit.
It's been a choppy game for both teams. It's like spurts of, I don't even want to say dominance, spurts of being ahead in kind of all categories, and then they take a break. And I know I've been saying it a lot, but when there's battles in the neutral zone, it means both the teams are really competing. Right now, it's just kind of like it's back and forth. Again, it's mostly the Canadiens moving the puck out of the neutral zone, and the Canucks doing their dump and chase game. And it just doesn't make for entertaining hockey. Again, no complaints. The Canucks 2-1, leading 2-1, shots 35-24. But we've seen this with the Canucks before. They blow leads. They get a lot of shots on net. They don't play entertaining hockey anymore.
And here's my question too. The Canucks are desperate for a win, desperate to turn things around here. And don't get me wrong, a win is a win. But if the game that turns it around is a game where you barely scrape by and beat the Montreal Canadiens 2-1, is that what you want? Is that the TSN turning point?
We saw Romanov there again clearing the paint. He's such a tough kid, man.
Donnell saying, if you ever saw Welcome to Atlanta video, Ludacris was wearing the Atlanta Flames jersey and the Thrashers jersey.
Dude, the Atlanta Flames jersey is clutch. Yeah. I love it. It's old. It's definitely an older jersey. Wouldn't fly in the National Hockey League today, but I love it. I absolutely love that one. I got to watch that music video.
Yeah. Andrew B saying, just like the Islanders and Blues. Okay. Commercial break here in the game. Should we take a quick
Islanders Blues? Maybe talk about Ray Ferraro playing on those teams.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
did Ferraro play for the Blues? He played for the Islanders.
I know he played for the Isles. He played for the Whalers.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Blues.
Andrew, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Anyways. Very quick break.
Yeah. Let's go to a quick commercial break.
Yes. Yeah. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back on the other side, folks.
And we are back live here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Montreal Canadiens, Vancouver Canucks. Andrew Bree giving us an explanation here, saying no, they're just bad teams.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I don't know. The Blues are actually pretty good this year. Blues are playing.
Blues are good. The Islanders are playing bad, but they're a lot better than they've been playing lately. So, they're new arena now. So hey, maybe they turn things around.
The one thing about the Islanders, though, and I said this, at American Thanksgiving, that's where you can kind of see, okay, what teams are going to make it, what teams aren't. It's a good sample size. The Islanders are the only team where I'm like, yeah, they're bottom of their division, but they're the only ones who I could maybe see turn it around.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because like you said, it's a bit of a distracted Hoglander there with a great opportunity in front of the net, but didn't happen. Comment coming in here. Harpreet saying, what's your opinion on a possible trade of Pettersson? Don't think it's Pettersson that's going to be traded. There's a whole bunch of guys on the Vancouver Canucks that could be options. Pettersson, I don't think is one of them. Hughes, I don't think is one of them. Outside of that, though, I think most guys are touchable.
But say a new management group comes in and they're like, look, we have to make our stamp on this team, and maybe it's hockey trades we have to make. Pettersson could be on the table.
I just don't think it's Pettersson. The only reason why is even if he's not playing well right now, you'll never get that center back. Never.
Yeah.
It'll never happen.
That's true.
Did I say never?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Got a couple more comments coming in here. Nick Berlansky. What's up, Nick? Thanks for joining the live. Nick, who you got your money on tonight? And it doesn't have to be just this game. Nick uses DraftKings. If you haven't already, use promo code THPN upon sign up. Nick, tell us if you're making any money tonight thus far.
Danelle saying, if you guys know Sergei Brilin, who played most of his career with the Devils and won those 3 cups, do you think his number 18 should be retired? The fact that I don't know him, no.
There you go.
Simple as that. Danelle saying, Islanders have a long way up to make up games with COVID and the injuries.
100%. Again, any other team in their position at this stage of the game, I don't give them any confidence to even sniff at the playoffs. The Islanders, they may get a little scent.
Denver Nosebleeds trade JT Miller to
Denver
the Avs.
Nosebleed, what's up? Thanks for joining the live stream. Drop a like on this video. We appreciate it. And you know what? We were just saying there's a lot of teams who are interested in JT Miller, the Wild, maybe the Avs, but where is he going to fit in the Avs? They have so many centers. And Nazem Kadri is killing it right now for the Colorado Avalanche.
Great question. Andrew B saying Jake Evans will go and Toffoli and Caulfield. Okay. Harpreet saying, who do you have winning the Stanley Cup this year?
Great questions. And follows it up with thoughts on the Oilers. Well, Stanley Cup, my prediction is it's one of the Florida teams again. It's either the Panthers or it's the Lightning.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. Don't want to discount the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, they do have a good team there. And also, saying thoughts on the Oilers, man. When you have 2 players like that on your team with Draisaitl and McDavid, could win the Stanley Cup. I'm not going to take them off that list.
They have some more depth where they haven't had in years past. Zach Hyman, though maybe the contract's not the greatest, he's playing outstanding right now. Nugent Hopkins is out of this world. Yeah. Their defense is playing a little bit more of that Tippett defensive game. Their issue is goaltending. If Koskinen can't play well, if their other backup can't play well because Smith is out right now, then that's what's gonna kill them.
That's what's in the costume.
That's
Koskinen.
Koskinen.
Danelle saying, but the Islanders are old and slow. They got to be the oldest team in the NHL. Yeah, they are a bit of an older team.
They are old and slow, but they play under Barry Trotz, and I don't count out Barry Trotz until
who is also old and slow. Nick says had the Kraken money line and have the Pens Flames under 5.5.
Did you bet on this game, Nick? Habs Canucks?
Jacob saying Vegas will win the cup.
I knew he'd say that.
Jack saying I'd definitely jump on a Panthers bandwagon.
Dude, they're so sick.
They're very good.
They're so sick.
Denver Nosebleeds. Oilers goaltending will be their demise.
100%.
Yeah, you could be right. Nick saying Dark Horse Winnipeg Jets.
I thought so at one point, but their recent skid, it's like they've had a recent skid and they haven't been able to score goals. And that's and Hellebuck's been night and day. Some nights he is USA's best goaltender. Other nights, not even close.
I just don't think they're even. No, I'm going to say no to that one. I don't think they're on the same level as some of these top teams.
I think the Wild's better than them, honestly.
Yeah, I think the Wild probably have a better chance.
Not on paper, but look at what they're doing in the Central right now.
Yeah, exactly. The Wild, I don't see them making it past the second round. Personally, I do think they can upset somebody in the first round of the playoffs. I really do.
Minnesota fans don't even believe they're getting out of the first round, Dylan, because it's Minnesota. Yeah, they never get out of the first round.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, man.
9 minutes left in this dog's breakfast of a game here, folks. Shots, Vancouver 37, Montreal 27, and I guess nobody knows the dog's breakfast reference.
I mean, if they listen to Tony Gallagher and they're from Vancouver.
Anybody know Tony Gallagher? Jack Friedman, you know Tony Gallagher?
Harpreet, he probably knows Tony Gallagher.
Denver Nosebleeds. Demko should be starting for Team USA.
That's a stretch, okay? I think
on the roster.
I think he should be the third goalie for Team USA. John Gibson. He's been unbelievable this year, and I think he is hands down the best American goaltender out there. I think John Gibson gets the start. Hellebuck gets the backup, the 1B, and Demko gets the third string, 100%.
There we go. Harpreet saying Oilers need a goalie like Demko, but we're keeping him.
Oh, we're keeping him. Yes,
Yep.
he's not going anywhere. We walked away from Markstrom. That means we're keeping Demko.
Nick, I try not to bet on dumpster fire matchups. That's a great
But those
call.
are the fun ones, though, Nick.
Danelle saying, which team do you think is the youngest team in the NHL? I think it's the Devils.
I think it is the Devils.
It probably is the
Devils, and there's another one. Detroit.
Detroit.
They're
very
really
young.
Detroit is. I don't think they're for real this year, but they're a team where you can't just look over them going into them anymore. You have to plan accordingly because they are playing very good hockey. And if they sniff the playoffs this year, dude, that's a hell of a step in their development. And I think in 2-3 years, they're going to be at the top. They're going to be Stevie Y's new Tampa. Mark my words.
Yeah, no, the future is very bright for the Red Wings.
Dylan, their top players are between 19 and 23 years old.
Insane. Jack doesn't know Tony G.
What?
Oh my God.
Jack, you listen to 1040 and Team 1040, you know who Tony Gallagher is? Come on.
I don't think he was as crazy as we were back in the day, but come on, Jack. Tony Gallagher. Come on.
Come on, man. Some of the best call-in pranks to radio stations
We're on Tony
were on
G.
Tony Gallagher.
Oh, man. Some more pressure, a backhand chance from Connor Garland. He always seems to be buzzing. I mean, this guy's getting
whole
shots
game
off.
He's the best player of the game thus far.
He really is.
He's all 3 stars.
all 3 stars go to Garland. Maybe throw Demko a star.
I was gonna say, but he's only. I mean, it's kind of dried up for the Canadians thus far.
Dried up a little bit. Yeah, you're right. The Canadians got to get something going here in the last 6 minutes and 40 seconds of the game.
Still, knowing how this game is going to go, Canadians are going to score like a minute left, and we're going to go to overtime. It's going to be a dragged out overtime, and then it's going to be like a 15-go shootout.
Yeah. Yeah.
The longest round of shootout I remember seeing was, I think it was Canes Capitals in like 2015. Again, don't quote me on the date, but it was around that time. And it went like 17 or 18 rounds. It was nuts.
Yeah,
they had to
insane.
push back broadcasting for other live events because of it.
Danelle saying, you just said Little John's favorite word. You guys know who I'm talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we know.
We
who
know
you're
Little
talking
John.
Our Preet saying thoughts on a team who's underperforming this year. I'm looking at one right now, the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, who else is full? I mean, I'll say the Avs, but that's literally injury based. Like, they're doing fine. They're doing fine, and they will be back on the top of the Central very, very soon.
Yeah.
What's another team, Dylan? As you
So
bring up the
Islanders and
division?
Flyers, they're at the bottom in their divisions.
Chicago. I thought not that they would be a world beater, but they made some changes this offseason. They brought in some names. Jonathan Taves is healthy. Doc is healthy. I mean, they didn't have a terrible season last year. They should have been better this year.
Yeah, I don't have much faith in the Blackhawks.
I don't, but I'm saying they should have.
Maybe
They should have been
one spot higher than where they are.
What's the record right now? Because they ended
7-12-2.
Yeah, I guess.
Are they better than the Stars and the Preds? I don't know.
I thought the Stars would have been a lot better this year.
Yeah.
I had them number 2 in the division.
Yeah, the Stars, they have some holes in their roster. I mean, there's some parts that I really like, but I just don't know if they can match.
But they have been doing it the last few years, though. That's why I'm like, well, they haven't given me a reason not to play good, but
Yeah.
Hudobin has not been great.
No. And in the Pacific, things are kind of where you expect them. Obviously, the Ducks are playing really well, and the Sharks are playing decently. You'd expect the Canucks to move up in the standings at some point, but that's kind of where we're at in the Pacific. Harpreet saying, do you think Canucks can make the playoffs? Not at this point. I think it's over.
Yeah, they're not making the playoffs.
Nick saying, if you're starting your GM career, would you rather step into the Habs or the Canucks
good
job?
question.
I'm going to say, yeah, that's a tough one. I'm going
Canucks, because there's more assets to change to trade if you want to put your stamp on this team and really change it around.
I'm going to say the Montreal Canadiens, because then you could choose if you want to go for it or if you want to rebuild. Coming into the Vancouver Canucks, already gone through a 6-7 year rebuild. Can you come out and say, I'm going to do a rebuild now, even if you're a new GM? I don't think you can.
But can you go for it with this Montreal team? I don't even think you can. I don't think you have the pieces to acquire pieces to help you go for it.
Even better, then you can just go right into a rebuild.
Okay, fair enough. But okay, put it
You
this way.
you don't have the option in Vancouver.
Fair. I mean, you might be fired the next day, but if I sign up for Vancouver, I'd just make some crazy ass trades left, right, and center and be like, all right, well, I did something here.
Yeah. But either way.
What about you, Nick? Who would you start your GM career with? I mean, that's a tall task. Welcome to the NHL. Fix these dumpster fires here.
Yeah, in a
And
Canadian
don't piss
market.
off the Canadian markets while you're doing so. Have fun. Jeez Louise.
Oh, man. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game.
Put it away, Vancouver. Let's go. Yeah, not a bad
A
opportunity.
little Tyler Mott backhand to the front of the net there.
I was going to say that has to be Tyler Mott.
Has to be Tyler Mott. It's just a short little fellow. As Tanner Pearson, a beautiful pass to nobody. Actually, it actually does work out pretty well there. Pod Colson with the nice shot. Danelle saying, do you guys like the Islanders fisherman jerseys back when? I'm gonna say no.
I don't.
Not a big fan.
If there was like a like a 90s jacket with that,
Yeah.
you know, a little 90s style Technicolor jacket, I'd be okay with that. But jersey,
Isha, you were talking about the Thrashers being maybe like a more of an AHL look. To me, that's more of an ECHL look.
Yes.
I'm not even saying that in a bad way. It's just it looks very ECHL.
it's not for
Like
the NHL.
cartoony. Like I just don't know. I don't know. Harpreet saying, I'm calling last minute goal, forcing it to OT. Whew, drag this
So
game on even
Dylan,
longer.
Again, the Vancouver Canucks have put 40 shots on net. It's a 2-1 game, and the Canucks are not. They don't even deserve to have those stats, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Again, credit to the Canucks. They're winning this game, but come on, you got 41 shots on net. You only got 2 goals. Are you kidding me?
Next thing, I'd probably say Vancouver have some young talent and a little more room to breathe with the media, but not much
Dude,
more.
you're saying I'm sorry. Like, you probably think that the Habs have crazier media. No, Vancouver, it's on par. So you have no room with the media.
Nick doesn't speak French too, so that's
Yeah, so you literally cannot be the GM of the Canadiens.
Jacob saying I said 3-1 Vancouver with a 33
Yes, you did.
second. Can you imagine if it was right on the 33 second dot?
I'll buy him a jar of pickles. Sorry, I keep doing that.
Oh my God.
That's what he'll be saying tonight. All right, Isha getting with a hell of a squeal there.
That's two
the
for two
squeaks
squeals
just
today.
they just force themselves up. They look for the closest gap, the closest airway, and they
Stop.
force themselves out. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game as we get a close shot of
2-1 Canucks. Do we have a 2-1 Canucks? Oh yeah. Shane with the
Jacob. Did I hear pickles? Yes, you did.
Classic.
Oh, here we go. Harpreet. Je veux Canucks gagner.
Hey, je
bah,
parle
ben.
français aussi, Harpreet.
Oui.
French immersion.
Got me nowhere.
I don't think it's helped me get any job.
No, it really
That's
is.
what they sold us on.
Yeah.
Grade 7. Oh, you keep going through French high school, you're gonna get hired by everyone. But it doesn't matter if you parle français.
Yeah. It's just for government jobs. Like,
Just to be GM of the Habs, maybe.
yeah. Yeah.
No, je parle français, okay?
Andrew B saying what I missed. Not
Andrew
much.
B, you have not even missed a goal. You missed us harping on the Canucks a little bit because they got 41 shots.
and
what a save by Demko!
There we go, folks.
There's the highlight of the game.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, we can give one of Garland's 3 stars to Demko now.
for that one save.
Yeah.
Second star of the game goes to Demko's right leg.
Jack has been saying the French has been useful for him. Well, yeah, Jack, you're in law. You're gonna need to speak with some French clients down the road. I think.
Yeah. For us, I mean,
I don't do a Habs podcast.
No.
If I did, I mean, I could maybe go on RDS.
Hey, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Rick Stevens speaks French either.
I mean, if RDS called, I'll answer the bell, but they will hate me.
yeah, exactly.
Je parle franglais.
That'll get you the job.
Shea Weber, good.
Man. By the way, Jack, you're gonna laugh at this one. It's at Fairway Market 2 days ago. Saw Mr. Mohi. Still had that Florida Panthers hat. I shit you
Are
not.
you serious?
I shit you not. He was wearing the Florida Panthers hat.
Well,
I'm not even kidding.
That's how you know.
10 years later,
He's on the Florida train still.
he's on the something. train.
Finally, his Panthers might win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and Mr. Mohi is gonna eat like
You know what's-
pomfret and a beef tech.
Did you imagine? We see like the ISO cam in the playoffs. We're just mind our own business watching. Mr. Mohi's there with his hat chucking rats on the ice. Wouldn't that be just unbelievable? Mr. Mohi, by the way, for the random people, the last 6 people watching here, he was our substitute teacher in high school. Jack went to high school with us.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Jack, the man, the myth, the legend.
I mean, he was. He
Yeah.
really was.
Yeah.
Andrew B we lost our French.
Deepest voice I've ever heard in my life from a very small man.
Yeah. I could also see Mr. Muller at a Panthers game. For some reason, I could see him just going nuts there too.
Yeah, that guy's a psychopath. Harpreet saying, I think the Canucks got this, but I've seen them blow leads before. Yeah,
I know. Like we're getting close. We're getting close. But I mean, the Habs have had some good opportunities late in this game too. I mean, Demko just had that unbelievable save there. So 1 minute left in this game. Let's go.
Let's go.
Check.
Do you know who's from Mauritius? I am from Mauritius.
And I'll tell you that every day.
And I'll slap that shit out of you into it. I love it. Andrew saying I lost my pick.
There you go, Andrew.
Lost my pick. What was he at?
Andrew B was 5-4 Montreal over. Anyone who said it was going to be more than a 3-goal game in total, I mean, you were out to lunch.
Yeah, out to lunch. Some nice dangles here from the Montreal Canadiens.
Poor front row production, though. He said 2-1 Habs.
Yeah. And the game might be over for folks watching.
I think it probably is
right now.
We're about 47 seconds behind.
We're about...
number 3, goddamn! I don't know what's happening.
Number 3 is just coming out, folks.
I need to eat some food.
I need some H2O and some food, but we're getting a little antsy here because we're excited for the end of this one. And not even an empty netter there. We got 30 seconds left on the
clock.
We
owe Shane a new shirt.
Harpreet saying, I expected more action. No.
Hey, Harpreet, we expect some more action in this entire game, but it looks like the Vancouver Canucks are coming out on top here tonight, which, hey, as a Vancouver Canucks fan, I can't ask for anything more.
Did Tyler Mott really not make that empty netter?
Another one.
It's like, Jesus,
boys.
Murphy boys.
42 shots.
Jiminy Christmas.
42. Could you imagine if they scored, if Drouin scored on that last shot?
And there we go, folks. That's the end of the game. Wow.
I mean, your Canucks, you're smiling. Do I say well-deserved? No, but deserved the outcome.
Nonetheless.
2-1 victory here. What a game that was. Okay, we're going to take one last quick break. Harpreet, go Canucks, go. Yeah, go Canucks, go. Let's go. Dylan's wearing the jersey. I got the Harewood dinner jacket with Canucks colors on. Let's fucking go Canucks. We'll be back on the other side for the post-game show. It will be a quick post-game show. We will run down the contest, see if we got a winner here. I know we have one. We'll give our quick rundown of the poll question. We'll thank all you. We'll take some final comments here. As I see Speedy Gaming has just come back from dinner, but it won't be a super long poll question, a super long post-game show. Hang tight, though. We will be back on the other side to wrap things up and hang up our skates here live on YouTube, the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, Vancouver Canucks, Montreal Canadiens. Welcome back to the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, live here in the post-game show. The Vancouver Canucks defeat the Montreal Canadiens 2-1, and they put up 42 shots, so they better have won that game, I'll tell you that much here. Credit to the Montreal Canadiens. They did come back in shots in that third period, but overall, this was not an entertaining game, but the chat was entertaining. And for those who stuck out this entire game, I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have watch-alongs pretty much every single day of the week, and like the video if you'd be so kind. Okay, before we get to some of these comments here, and we will take a few more comments and some questions here in the post-game show, got to announce a winner. So the Canucks won 2-1. Neil, you crossed off the list. Crossing off a lot of people here, Dylan.
A lot of ink being used today, folks. I'll tell you that. Tell you that for free.
And it looks like we do have a winner.
Who's the winner?
Our boy Shane Van Nice with the safe pick.
Love it. Love it. Shane, there you go. There you go.
Oh my God.
Shane's cleaning us out. Cleaning us out.
Shane right away says, do you guys have THP and hats yet? No, not yet. We're working on some things.
We'll get some hats.
Harpreet saying good game. Great
Good game.
Speedy's back. Speedy's back.
Guess who's back?
Jacob saying go Vegas, go. Big Vegas fan over there.
Is Vegas playing today? I don't think they
I
are.
don't think they are. Harpreet saying, are you going to take questions in the post game?
If you have some questions for us,
Get it now. Get them in right
It's
now.
not going to be a long post game. Dylan, let's run down the poll question.
All right, poll question.
We'll give Harpreet some time to get some questions marinating.
We do some marinating. Hey, I like it.
I like that
the
word.
Poll question on Twitter today. And you know what? I might even just bring it up on the screen here so you folks can see it. Who should have been fired first? Benning or Bergevin? The results coming in. Look at that. Benning should have been fired first, says 76% of the votes.
Do you agree, Dylan?
I agree.
That's
I
the real
agree.
question.
I'm going Benning on this one. Bergevin had 24% of the votes, 75 votes, so not the biggest poll. But hey, we got some results in.
This is why we're doing it on Dylan's account now, because when I did it on mine, we had like 20 votes. So.
20 votes. So
There you go. I threw the link in. The poll is going to be up for another whole day. So chime into the poll question.
we got a couple comments here. I don't even know how to answer this one. This is you. Who is the best player in the Mighty Ducks movies?
Oh man.
That's such a great question.
That's
Honestly,
such a good question. I mean, Goldberg, right?
okay.
He's a classic. And I mean, the actor too's cleaned up his life too, and he's back healthy too.
Right,
So shout
right.
out to him.
No, big shout out.
Who is not the one in the first Mighty Ducks movie? Again, I don't know the name, so I'm not asking Dylan for the name here. But that guy came from like Team USA, but he was also like the USA program in the second one, and he was also like a rough and tough guy. So he played on a line with that other, OG enforcer in the first season. He wore the bandana, the USA bandana, if I'm not mistaken. He's one of my favorite Mighty Ducks players. Is he the best? I don't know, but he got shit done.
Jack saying I'm waiting until the third next time too.
Yeah, you snake.
Jacob saying they play Wednesday.
Okay.
Like Jacob, Harpreet, best center man in the NHL for me, no doubt. Yeah, no, Connor McDavid, no doubt.
I joke and say that until Crosby's out of the league, he's always going to be my number one center. That's a Canadian bias. I don't even like the Penguins. But all bias, all joking, everything aside, yes, Connor McDavid he's the new Pavel Bure.
It really is. And maybe, just a couple steps above Pavel Bure. He can do a lot more than he
Well,
could.
he's a center.
Yeah, well, that too. Janelle saying Kenny Wu, the figure skater. I'm assuming in the Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
Donnell,
I got one for you. Who's the best player on the team in Goon? That's who I want.
Question. Harpreet, trade option you think we need to make? Harpreet asking what trades. Man, that's such a tough question.
They need to make a couple hockey trades, in my opinion.
Yep, hockey trades. They need to get some. They just need to shake things up.
And hockey trades, that doesn't just mean the GM needs to make a trade. They need to make like a player for player. Shake things up as far as the room and the chemistry. Player of equal value, of equal talent, as best as you can, I guess, gauge that, but they need to bring one of those in.
Yeah, there's no point of getting in prospects and picks and stuff at this point. It's too late. Andrew B saying Crosby and Malkin's so good.
Malkin is good. He hasn't played yet. He's going to come back healthy. Crosby's back. Janelle said, Fulton Reed, the Bash brother. There you go. That's the one.
Jack saying, please don't trade Besser.
I don't think Besser's the one who's going to be traded right now because I don't think his value is super high because he hasn't had a great season. He's in a contract year too, which is funny. Usually players who are in a contract year really, step it up.
Yeah.
Rob Besser, Pedersen last year was in a contract year.
Yeah, but his qualifying offer is like $8 million, I think, if the Canucks want to qualify him. So it's like he's gonna get paid.
So he's getting paid regardless.
Either way. Okay, got a couple more coming in. Harpreet saying most entertaining Canucks player to watch: Hoglander,
Garland, maybe even JT Miller.
There we go. Have you guys ever watched Mystery Alaska?
I do. I really like Mystery Alaska. It's in one of the. People can argue it's in like the top 2 or top 3 of hockey movies. It's up there. It's very good.
Yeah. Jack saying he's in the rumors, Brock Besser. Yes, lots of rumors going around about Brock
But Jack,
Besser.
who's safe right now? JT Miller's in the rumors. Besser's in the rumors. Horvat's in the rumors. Hell, we even heard Pettersson. There's talk of Pettersson. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Andrew B asking who won the pick. I'm assuming the contest.
Shane Van Ice,
There you
your
go.
boy SV on Twitter,
Your boy SV. And that's the end of the comments.
with the safe pick, 2-1.
the safe pick. He's a
That-
smart guy, that Shane.
Smart guy. All right, that about does it for us. Thank you so much again for everybody who's sat back and joined us throughout this entire stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have watch-alongs pretty much every single day of the week. And like the video if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. If you're jonesing for more hockey content, go check out our website, thehockeypodcastnetwork.com. There's a podcast covering every team in the National Hockey League, as well as a bunch of niche content. We have the Fourth Line Voice, the OG Fight Podcast. We got Terry Ryan. We got the All Habs, baby.
That's right. That's right.
And so much more. Harpreet says thanks. Congrats, Shane. Look at that. Nothing but love here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Jack, thanks, guys. See you next time. Thank you so much, Jack. We really appreciate it. Before we sign off, I'm just going to quickly throw the Hockey Podcast Network link into the chat here. For those who are viewing on the live chat, you can check that out.
Donnell saying the Mighty Ducks movies are what got him into hockey. I love it. And I think that story goes for a lot of people.
A lot of Americans, too. I rewatched them, and they're not good. They're not great. I rewatched Mystery Alaska and like Youngblood, and I absolutely love them.
Hey, without the Mighty Ducks, we'd never have the Danbury Trashers.
There you go.
Shane, same thing. Jacob.
Bye, Pappy. Bye, Harpreet. All right, that's it for us. Isha Jerome here alongside Dylan Kaiser live on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. The Vancouver Canucks defeat the Montreal Canadiens 2-1. They're back in the race, baby. Let's go. We will see you next time live here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Catch you on the rebound, folks.